exchange our information, and he pulls out a piece and shoots into the window with kids in the car and everything. Like, we're getting to the point, like I said, where you can't. It's better to just not pull over and get information. Just take a picture of the license plate and deal with it that way.
Yeah. You could do that.
Or do like Dave's thinking right now and do this and be like, what? Like that.
That's exactly what I mean. But it'd be in my pants. So where it's at right now, yeah. Like you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to. Don't shoot a guy that's jerking off, man. That's rude.
You would never shoot someone jacking off, right? You'd let him finish.
No, let him finish.
It's like when you got in a fight when you were a kid and you're like, you wouldn't hit it. You wouldn't hit. I got glasses on, man.
Yeah.
You would never hit a kid with glasses. Same thing,
As soon
right?
as he takes them off, though.
As soon as you get that nut out.
Fuck you. Bam, shoot him right in the face.
As soon as you bust that nut, it's over.
So what's the etiquette on that?
I think you let the man finish.
Do you just like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah,
Damn it,
I mean,
You shoot him straight in the face.
Is he gonna have performance anxiety though? Like if you're sitting there waiting,
that's a judgment call. Then,
like if somebody's sitting there waiting to shoot me, my boner's going away.
Fear. Well, you could get fear boner.
Oh, I could get a fear boner.
Could get a fear boner.
That is true.
Wow, we're not 10 seconds into the show. We're already starting to talk about fear boners.
Fear boners and murder.
I got a fear boner for the show.
It's gonna be a good show.
No, I'm talking about Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, not this show. The show that's coming up.
All right.
And for the first time, I actually sound normal in this microphone. Oh my god, I don't know this song yet.
I told you, Dustin. I heard they were playing it.
What? No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we need to get in there. I don't know what the hell y'all are doing.
I love it.
It's going to be a.
Have you heard the Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross version of the Halloween theme?
I haven't, but is it?
You're going to as soon as this show fucking starts.
Is it going to be as good as ours?
I don't know.
I don't know. Does it sound like corpses are being grinded up in yours?
No, we have a psychological problem where we have to try to do everything exactly how it was written, paying homage to the composer.
We have a psychological problem.
We can't metal it out too much, and we
Dude!
don't really change
Just
it.
Chill with the metal.
having some whiskey
Yeah.
out of my new glass here. Y'all ready? Y'all want to do this?
Yeah.
You want to hit start?
Wait, I'm
Yeah, I'd
trying
like
to
because I got to get home.
get home to
You want
what?
to love me? Yeah. What do you have to get home to?
Yeah.
Sleep.
It's not like you have to work.
Motherfuckers, sleep.
I tell you what. I took
Sleep's
some
overrated.
my first dose of CBD oil last night and it knocked me flat out.
Like a strain that's made for sleeping.
No, it's oil. You put it under your tongue. You go.
Yeah, CBDs don't usually make you crash immediately though.
This did.
I think there's certain strains that you can take.
I don't know.
Well, it'd be
man.
like
I don't know.
probably out of an indica, I think.
I like CBD.
Indica.
I think it helps me, but I don't think
Indica,
it's
in the
consistent.
couch.
It's
Like,
not.
I got some in it. It was really like I didn't get high or anything off.
I didn't get high.
You can't.
Did you get hypnotized?
I thought it put me in a better state of mind, like more relaxed.
It does do that. Like that's.
Is it better than
I've had it.
Jones? That's all. Because I've heard this.
No.
I'm starting the
See,
show.
some people have told me that
Y'all continue
it helps
conversing.
you not want Dones as much. Because Dones are the
do
only thing that
concept.
makes my pain go
Tick
away.
tock. Yeah. Hey.
I didn't
Yeah.
drink for a
Huh,
month. I
bruh.
was taking it.
Bitch.
I started
Yeah.
taking it,
Hey.
and then I-
Oh my
and then I
God,
stopped,
Ronnie.
and then I-
Tick tock. Tick tock. I got you. Yeah.
stopped taking
The
it,
bitch
yeah.
suck dick.
But then
I got you.
started
Tick
again,
tock. Tick
a month or
tock.
two later, and
Hey.
it didn't do
Yeah.
anything for me.
This episode of the
Jay Jones Last Kicker.
is brought to you by
Geist Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
You ready? We getting the cue? This is some serious business right here.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
What are we talking about, guys? We're on the Jerry Jonestown Massacre. We're talking about stuff. We're talking about things. We're talking about it being important. It's real, y'all. It's live. It's real. It's totally real. Yeah, what is this?
Well, then, you know what? I hate Jerry Jonestown Massacre. They're fucking assholes. Pussy. And, I just can't stand them,
So people like this podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate Dustin and Matt and,
These guys are just all like, oh, fucking chicks.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. Maybe you're a little wasty face.
Fuck you. You're a goddamn communist. I'm a fucking Reagan-era fucking conservative, pussy.
What do y'all talk about?
Their name is Jerry Jonestown Massacre.
You ruined it with your conservative talk
I did
and
that.
like don't ban this ammunition and all this other stuff.
Churches listen to this. Matt apparently has spaghetti in his pubes.
Spaghetti!
They're racist bigots.
You have a Muslim on your America show. I don't know how good you're going to do on the ratings there.
Oh, retards are stupid. Black people are going to hell.
He gets racist sometimes.
Use pige mente segundo.
Unlistenable liars that think retards are stupid, and I quote,
I'm gay, okay? And all I want is somebody to fucking love me.
So you're a full-blown lesbian.
You felt Justin's butt. Feel his butt. Touch his butt. Feel his butt. Seriously.
I already.
For real. Touch his butt.
Dustin, you have the cleanest pubes.
Also, they don't mention sports.
If he was in a Mortal Kombat game, his fatality would be the butt crunch.
I may be pregnant with one of y'all's babies.
I touched the butt.
It doesn't even feel real, does it? Oh my god.
All I want is somebody to fucking love me, man. I just want love and ammunition.
I'm actually just gonna pee my pants right here.
Red pants.
Fuck this podcast shit. It's stupid.
We went to a coffee shop in Vancouver. We went into this
Wednesday, right?
Oh, we just fucked all this up. Show number 285.
It's a pre-pro show.
It is pre-pro. It is Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018.
A pre-pro podcast.
A pre-podcast pro something. Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Happy Tuesday. Why are we yelling?
I don't know why I'm yelling at all.
Because when you have horror...
Just leave it under.
Yeah.
Leave it under for a little bit.
I'm bringing it
Make
down.
people anxious to where they need to take a Xanax while we do our... But real quick, before we start jumping into Happy Tuesdays, if you listen to the beginning of the show, that rap, that's not the way I rap, okay? That was me doing...
the way you rap.
That's me doing Lil Xan.
That's a studio outtake.
That's a little...
No, that's a studio outtake. Don't lie.
It's pre-pro.
Don't lie. That is your studio outtake tracks.
That's not how I rap. We've had a few hip-hop shows lately, and I've been talking noise about my flow to the guest. That's not it. I'm joking on that.
Are you?
That's another rapper that I'm quoting.
Uh-huh.
A SoundCloud rapper named... He's the one that has the...
is he the dead one?
Is he the one with the Eagles
I don't-
tattoo on his cheek?
Not
Oh,
you.
no, that's you.
I don't know if he's dead yet or not, but he does have something.
They're
like
all dead. They're all dead.
Like he has a
inside.
Xanax bar or something on his on his face.
Ridiculous.
That's Lil Bo Peep that died.
It's not Lil Bo Peep.
No,
It's
it's
Lil
another
Xan.
dude.
I don't know if
the
Lil
one that got
Xan's
shot.
dead.
The one that got shot at the motorcycle dealership. He got run
That's
up.
Lil Bo Peep.
He got
I
run
think.
up on.
That's
That
Lil.
was in Florida,
No.
right?
It's
Yeah.
not what?
Huh?
Wait, no, that's XXX, right? He got
Extension.
shot in
Extension.
front of Extension. He got
Yeah.
shot in front of the motor. It's not him either.
Is it Eon on the end or just Eon? Like extension or extension?
Depends on.
It depends if you're French or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that fucker wasn't French.
Well, that's
Could've been-
racist. That's a
could have
racist
been
thing to
Creole,
say,
you
Dustin.
He's
fucking-
not French.
Could have been Creole.
You never know, man.
Fucking
There's
Louisiana.
a lot of French people that, yeah,
He didn't
live in
sound,
New Orleans.
He didn't sound French. He didn't look French. There was nothing Creole about him.
Oh, here's Sheets Dustin.
Go on. The Grand Dragon.
No, keep
podcast.
this going. I was just simply explaining
what I
that it's
am?
not me
I'm the
rapping.
Grand
The
Dragon.
Grand Dragon of podcast.
Oh, is there an award for that in the Fort Worth Weekly?
The Grand Wizard of Pod goes to Dustin Schneider.
There will be next year. Watch. Some smart ass.
So I wanted to get that out of the way. It's not me rapping. It's a dude named Lil Xan. He's one of the, but he is one of the face tattoo dudes.
We got it. It's all good. You don't have to justify yourself and your rapping skills.
So wait, are you saying that's a bad thing? Are you trying to say that's not me, man? That guy sucks? Or are you saying that's not me? He's too good?
No, I was quoting. If you listen to the podcast,
no,
Dave,
I don't listen to podcasts. I have.
I was quoting
stuff
his.
to do.
I have things to do.
He has guitar licks to make.
I got buttholes to wash.
Yeah,
and
you're getting
that's
out of
legit.
that phase though. You're starting to get out of that phase,
Not
though, right?
really. They're still
they're slow
still
learners.
shitting
Like
everywhere.
Michaela's still shitting her pants. She's 4.
Oh my God, how did this happen?
Huh?
Why don't you teach your kids how to shit right?
Are you talking to him or me?
Mine's only 2.
Both.
Yours 4.
Yours is like 8.
I think mine's just got genetic problems from me.
It's highly.
I mean, everyone's
or her mom.
It's highly likely.
Her mom shits herself quite a bit.
Especially, this music is making her shit.
Mm-hmm. So happy Tuesday, Matt.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin. Happy Tuesday, Dave.
Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Dave, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Marlon, I don't have to talk to your voice that we have on an audio file. I can say Happy Tuesday, Marlon.
Hi.
Oh, damn it. It didn't work.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday, Stubbs.
Hey, Happy Tuesday, audio file, Marlon.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Happy Tuesday, Marlon. It's nice having you in the studio to recreate that for us.
Live, Marlon. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Dave.
Happy Tuesday, Marlon.
Oh, so we're here on a Tuesday.
Hello.
Who's that?
That's non-audio file Stubbs.
That was Uncomfortable Hug Stubbs at Arts Goggle.
Yeah, I was giving those
Saturday.
out. That's my new thing now, is to make my hugs like as awkward as
and as loud
eating pizza with Louis C.K. We'll get to that.
Wait, is he like when he just jerks off?
We'll
There's
get
a lot
to
of
that.
jerking off talk today. Already.
We'll get to that. Yeah, this is.
Hey,
do
it
for
was
it shows.
mutual.
What?
She said it was all right.
Yeah,
she did. She gave him permission because she was like,
we're going right into this because I got it in the show notes.
I just read about it.
You
like
talking about
just
Sarah,
before we started
Sarah
the show.
Silverman?
Yeah.
Her sister was on Stern today. Oh,
Really?
no, they're talking about it.
Yeah.
She wasn't on there, but they're talking about it.
I think they do some drinking on that Stern show these days.
Who doesn't?
So yeah, she went on the not the podcast, the David O'Hearn show, the
you have your own
Howard
show,
Stern
Dave?
show,
It's a fucking boring ass show.
and she said that there were several times,
Let me
like
wash
at
your
least 6
butthole.
occasions, where Louis C.K. was like, "Hey, would you mind letting me rub one out?" And a few of the times she said, "Fuck yeah, let's get that going. Let's do this."
Yeah, she's like, I want to see that
Yeah.
shit.
And then she said there were other times where she was like, "What are you fucking sick? Let's eat a pizza or something." Or he said, "Yeah, well, you want to eat a pizza or something?" And then they just moved on. So she made it sound like there was about 6 occasions where this came up, where poor Louis C.K. came with the "Can I rub one out in front of you real quick?"
How many times have you done that?
What do you like?
Have you
Just
asked
ask someone can I
That
jack
they've
off?
known about.
No, Brittany's usually asleep, and I'm looking under the blanket or something because she
At her butthole.
is unwilling. Yeah, like Kevin. Is it Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
He gave me that trick.
He asked his wife while she's like getting ready to go somewhere.
Can I just
Can I just rub one out?
Yeah.
And look at your butthole.
Yeah, no, I've never awkwardly been in like Costco and excuse me, can I rub? Can I jack off real quick?
That would be a weird place
Yeah.
to do it, but I meant like if you're walking around the house.
No,
you're like,
I mean no.
You
I've
mind
never...
if I?
No,
you-
have you done?
The difference
Marlon, have you
is
done it?
the difference is you have to ask a friend.
Not today.
You have to ask a friend. That's what
Yeah.
that was. That whole exchange was that
They were friends.
yeah, they're friends. But
Yeah, so it'd be like me asking Dave.
But then she went off. She went to the side and said, well, it's not okay. But it was okay. But it's not okay.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was. Isn't she one of the hardcore hashtag Me Tooers and stuff? Like men are the
No.
devil.
No, nobody would.
No.
She's not Men of Satan?
Nobody would me too that. You kidding me?
No, she's not hardcore. Me too.
Okay, but she's
I don't
still
think so.
flying in the face of
She
what
just
she
just hates.
she's still flying in the face of a lot of people that she's friends with and stuff. When
Hates
she comes
America.
back
Hates
and
America.
says
I don't know.
No.
that. Harry Nips?
No, she doesn't. And they're not that great.
No.
She's finally done a bunch of nude stuff here within the last year or two.
She needs.
Oh
work.
yeah,
She
that's
needs
when she
work.
needed to do when she's 60.
She's not 60.
How old is she?
Her
I don't know.
titties are 60.
Maybe. She's younger than you.
Sarah Silverman is younger than me.
Okay, 55.
Yeah.
There's no way. I bet she's not younger than.
56?
No, I bet she's.
She's probably younger than me.
I think she's my age.
Yeah, she's not younger than me. There's no way.
I've got the Google. Hold on.
I like the fact though that the alternative to rubbing one out in front of your friend is
she's not. How old are you?
You want to order pizza?
Yeah, that's always an alternative.
You're 46?
No, I'm not 46. I'm 43. Right? Yeah, 43.
Because you just changed it.
Yeah, I just changed from 42 to 46.
She's 47.
Okay, yeah. So she's not 60, but she's not as young as me. So, but isn't that awesome though? Hey, Dave, is it cool if I jack off in front of you? No, it's not, Matt. All right. You want to get some pizza? Well,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. Yeah. Pizza. There's always a good time for pizza.
I don't know that I've ever in my life been in a situation where I thought that the best words that could come out of my mouth at that moment are, "Do you mind if I jack off in front of you?"
I mean, I'm going to start doing that though. I'm going to incorporate that in my life.
Maybe that's an appropriate thing to say right before you're about to get your ass kicked and you know it. It's like shitting yourself.
No, you know what?
You're like, hey, before you kick my ass, you mind if I jerk off real fast?
How about in front?
That would be an appropriate
like
response.
we talked about earlier.
It would stop the fight
right before an armed robbery. Someone pulls a gun on you. Hey man, whoa, dude, this is weird. I know this is really going to come out strange right now, but is it cool if I rub one out before you shoot me? I mean, so what kind of criminal with a gun's going to be like, yeah, I'm sorry, man, I'm going to have to kill you. Everyone's going to be like, well, yeah, dude, go ahead. Fuck it.
No,
you're going to kill him.
My cousin Walter once whipped it out on a plane that was going down one time. He just whipped it out and started beating, and everybody started beating it.
What?
What is
and
this?
They're all beating, and they're going to town, and the plane leveled out, and everybody put their stuff on.
Is this a real story?
Is that real?
I feel like this is
Please
a Seinfeld
Please
episode.
tell me that was real.
This is Seinfeld, right?
Mallrats.
Oh, that's right. That's the second time you snuck in a Mallrats reference in the show, and it's gone right over everyone's heads.
I need to watch that movie a bunch more times.
This is greatness.
But hey, well, that's good. If the plane is going down, I mean, I don't know. Will you shove this in my butt real quick? Well,
you want to go full bore?
One out? Yeah.
And the pilot's like, Stubbs, I got shit going on here.
Well, it's also like
Get out of the cockpit. It's just a fucking term.
Just some turbulence.
We're going to live through it. Or it's like Almost Famous, where the plane's all shaking around. The guy goes, "I'm gay."
Yeah.
And then the plane levels out.
Why is it once you get past the age of 40, you require your thumb in your butt to come when you're jacking off?
I'm 46, and I don't know that.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
Maybe not. What's going on with you?
You may want to go see a doctor.
Yeah.
I think you've got some type of erectile.
You might have some mileage issues behind that.
I'm going to say that you've got an enlarged prostate.
I know Gary does it too.
Because you want to help each other out?
I think I've used my girlfriend's dildo more than she has lately.
What has happened? Is this true confessions? Oh my God.
It's something that's been on my heart.
You just need to get it out now?
On your heart.
You got to get this weight off your chest.
Get this weight off my chest.
Feel better. The monkey on my back stopped sticking his
Brittany's like, what the fuck is this?
Dave and Marlon come in, and you think it's confession hour.
They're two of my good buddies, so I felt like I was in the tree of trust.
Yeah, I feel.
Are these your preachers?
I feel honored.
Good Lord.
Say 5 rosaries.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry, dude. So how was Cocktail Week?
Cocktail Week was great last week. Fort Worth Weekly's Cocktail Week. I only went to 2 nights because of all the stuff we had lined up. But I went Wednesday night to the usual, and Friday night to over there at the Foundry area.
Now, the usual is the place that does the mixology, right? They do all the witchcraft with the drinks.
That's so fucking stupid.
Okay, our newest sponsor.
Well,
the usual.
This show was sponsored by the usual.
Oh, man.
I'm just a guest.
And the Fort Worth Weekly.
I think I'm going to have to open that door because it's already hot in here. That confession really took it out of me.
You can go stick your balls in the ice over there. No, it was fun. The usual was great. Went over there with Susie, and we had some drinks. They had it was tiki night, so they had little areas with rum and bourbon that Balcones from Waco. that bottle you bought me, they set up all around there, and they had like 7 of their stuff there, and you could go through them all. It's so good.
Did you have to hire Uber that night?
Just about.
You were right there?
I was right there.
But someone drove you home responsibly.
No, I just sat out in the parking lot for a while.
Sobered up, looked at your gun for a little.
No, I stuck a thumb up my butt.
See, more and more people are going to start coming out now. I, too, am a thumber.
Actually, I did the Sharpie challenge.
That needs to be y'all's next shirt. Yeah. Just a big thumb.
I, too, am a thumber.
Are you a,
I'm a thumber.
Are you a rum drinker, Marlon?
No, I do not drink rum.
No, okay. Well,
he's not a fucking pirate, bro.
I had to open the door, so if you're hearing drive-bys and stuff, since that's the thing to do now.
I'm going to return fire. I'm just letting you guys know this.
You know what? I feel safe with you 3 guys here. Actually,
we all have
I do
guns
feel
in
really
here.
safe.
You should.
Yeah.
Although mines are over there.
Mine's right above my Johnson.
Right above your.
You got to watch it when you thumb when it's there.
No, I use it. Misfire. I use it to thumb. There's a danger element involved.
He threatens his penis.
Yeah. You'll get hard or you get shot.
You shoot or I'll shoot you.
You shoot or else you get shot.
Just about had enough of you. Gone. Problem's over.
Never responds. Chop your own dick off.
So I thought it was like you're supposed to go 3 questions before it gets gay.
Oh no.
Sometimes we jump right into it.
That's only on when people interview us.
When members of the Spectacle and the Methinks are in the house.
It goes downhill fast.
It goes downhill.
We're really
never is uphill. It's always at the bottom. You can't get more than a couple of feet.
Do you remember the
hill.
first time that you guys came over the Spectacle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the intro of the show.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
All of us were stoned, and it was like buffoonery for the first 15 minutes.
There's a lot of laughter.
Just a lot of laughter and nothing getting done.
Still trying to figure out if you and Peter were being real about your political views, yelling at each other.
Oh, Peter was.
Is that why he's not here tonight?
He's voting.
No comment.
Guess who voted today? Early. First time I've ever done it in my life. I voted early. And it was crazy because there was... I'm just going to vote the normal day, which is what? November 2nd? The 3rd, 2nd, something like that? 4th, 7th?
6th.
8th?
7th, 10th?
Depends on who you're voting for.
12th?
But anyway, it was crowded as fuck. Like, when I went in 2016, right?
People give a shit now.
Well, it was the...
Did you veto
I walked right up. I walked right up when the normal election day, last election.
Yeah.
I had no problems at all. But this time I pulled in, I couldn't find a parking place. I had to park in the middle of a field, which was muddy. Yeah, people are pissed.
That's great.
That's why I think that's what it is. Because I had to wait 40 minutes, too. It was crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Okay, so
the first time I've ever early voted.
Since you jumped in there real quick, let me finish this cocktail week real quick. Friday, we went to Thrive. And
I've taken some of those before.
It's not that. That's what my sister thought, too. She's like, they opened a Thrive shop over in the Foundry District, and they're just selling those Thrive patches. I was like,
they're usually next to Chills?
That's not what that place is. It's a CBD joint.
Okay.
And it was good times. That was the gin and vodka night.
I'm a fan of gin.
Are you?
Yeah, gin and tonic. Like Spectacle took a trip, and we only had a gin and tonic and white zin.
I'm still waiting for this trip.
It's gonna happen. That's
all I hear about.
Up to Kansas, yeah.
The next tour is
Tulsa to Kansas. Yeah.
Gin and tonic only.
G&T and white zin.
I'm not.
You get the
on
choice.
The Zinfandel.
Well, that's the point. You
just
it
go
doesn't
gin
matter.
and tonic?
Yeah, you get a choice. You get either G&T or you get white zin.
So it's like the girls' trip on It's Always Sunny when they're trying to do the Wade's Boggs, but they don't have beer, so they have to drink.
Or like
white wine the whole time.
No, they drink a bunch of beers.
No, on the girls' trip.
On the girls'
remember they don't. This is the last, not this season, but the last season. They tried to recreate it.
Once they took it off Netflix, then my life stopped.
Yeah, Dee wanted to recreate all the fun the guys had on the Wade's Boggs.
That's my problem with Always Sunny right now is that they've outfunnied themselves. They have to repeat everything, and before it was like groundbreaking. All the jokes were amazing.
I haven't watched this season, so
I haven't watched any.
I've watched 2 of them, and that's it.
I've watched like 2.
And the first episode, I was like,
I still love them, and I'll still watch them. But I've seen every single episode from before they took it off Netflix, at least 5 times each.
It's Always Sunny is kind of like South Park. I'll watch it no matter what if it's on, but I also use it a lot when I'm trying to go to sleep.
And when you're sticking your thumb up your ass.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'll hear something that's playing like in South Park, and I'll start laughing while I'm kind of asleep because I hear the conversation and I remember the episode.
Yeah.
And then so I'll be just kind of sitting there.
I started.
Brittany's like, "What are you? You're laughing in your sleep?
Because my thumb's
Your
in my
thumb in your
butt."
butt."
I started a bird law page.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a whole website.
Yeah. No, a Facebook.
That was you.
Yeah, that's me, Peter Galunas, Peter Farmer, Steve Altoona. That's the firm.
Yeah, I'm
We're-
aware of it.
yeah,
It's
we're-
got involved in the musicians.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of bird law
There's a
stuff
bird-
going down.
There's a lot of bird law.
There used to be a lot,
We're the original.
like every week.
I mean, second original.
Are you guys Texas board certified?
Not you mean like Brian Wilson, the Law Hawk?
Right.
No, but he does make a unofficial cameo on our page via YouTube.
Did you guys win any cases?
All of them.
They
You
haven't
can't go
lost
toe to
yet.
toe to us
Have
with
you
bird law,
seen-
bro.
Okay, go look at where bird law has laid down the bird law in those musician forums.
I have.
They win.
You do win,
Always. Number one,
and it's usually with a photo.
usually with a photo,
That's the case. That's the showstopper.
And I tell you, it revolves around orange amplifiers.
Marlon.
I'm sorry.
Are you playing on an orange now, Marlon?
Man, I'd love an orange, but I do not own one.
Good. They sound like bird shit.
Here we go.
All I've got is Marshalls. I get other amps and I think,
Stay with them.
man, I'm going to love this, whatever. And then I play it for a week or two and I'm like, yeah, it's not a Marshall.
Yeah, it's not a
Sounds
Marshall.
great.
So
It sounds awesome.
Sounds great, but when you put it next to Marshall, it's like sounds like bird shit.
I'm
There's
just
no other
used
way to say that.
I'm used to
our
Marshall.
second sponsor.
And everything else.
We would
sounds
like to
good.
say Orange Amps.
Or
We'd like to welcome them to the show. So anyway, back to Friday over there at Thrive. I got to talking to Aaron, the owner of Deep Elm Distillery, about their vodka and their drinks they got coming out. They've got some other stuff coming out that we can't talk about yet, but we're going to get them on.
Yeah.
We're going to go over there.
Guess who distributes that stuff?
You.
Yep. Well, not me personally, but we'll leave it at that.
You do that. You're right. But Thrive is pretty badass if you go over there and check it out.
Where's it at? Where's the Thrive shop at?
Okay, you know where, Curry Street right there where Target is?
Yes.
On West 7th.
Mm-hmm.
If you go north.
Over by Montgomery
You know where
Square?
Docks is?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The new Docks.
The new Docks.
Yeah.
So if you go the side of Docks right across the street, right across Curry is where Thrive is right there.
Cool. How is it? They got pretty much everything covered. Sleep aid, you said.
Uh-huh.
Pain relief.
Uh-huh. I saw one for you, IBS.
Sir?
IBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have stuff in there for that.
I guess I need to take it.
I guess so.
Have I been butt tooting and not knowing it?
I'm just trying to keep things clean for your thumb.
The more thumbs,
I think the thumb helps that out.
The more thumbs you stick up your ass,
It's like-
it's Carroll Street.
You can get a
Not
trunk
Curry Street,
butt.
Carroll.
It's
I
like
always
a
get those two mixed
it's
up.
like a plunger kind of.
No, you
Does
get-
the same thing.
You
Right?
can get trunk butt.
Not
Trunk
Curry.
butt.
Yeah.
What's that?
Carroll.
Trunk butt?
Trunk or trunk?
Trunk butt.
What's that?
It's when you get fucked in the ass so much that your butthole starts like sagging down. It looks like an elephant trunk.
Have you seen my pictures on my phone?
When do you get
Yeah.
sleeve of wizard?
Yeah. It could,
Okay, we did a labiaplast show.
Oh my
Do they?
God.
No, let's chase a little rabbit here.
I thought you hated
Do
that
they-
show.
I
and you
did.
never wanted to bring it up
I
again.
did, but now okay, because I've heard of this before. The trunk butt, the sock, all that.
pink sock.
Do they have anusplast yet? Surgeries, plastic surgeries,
Analplast?
Analplast.
I don't know. It's a good band name though.
That is a good band name.
There's got to be Analplast. That's got to be a band name, right?
Or Anal Blast.
This fucking podcast actually won awards.
Yeah, we got to move on to stuff, don't we? So yeah, I want to go there because I want to try the back pain stuff.
Okay,
'Cause
and
I can't.
I'm being corrected.
Okay.
Right now, it's Carroll Street, not
All
Curry.
right.
I get them mixed up. Plus,
Who corrected you?
I didn't.
You just got it now?
Yeah, I didn't put
We
out
have
the
live
disclaimer.
listeners?
Yes, I didn't put out the disclaimer. I've had a bit to drink today.
Yeah, Dustin's
So-
been. The first words to me was "Hello, bitter."
I come
do you
in,
mean?
and he's sitting here because I've been inside
I've
the
been
house,
drinking.
passed out.
Why'd you start drinking? Because of the accident?
No, not my impalement.
You didn't start drinking because of that?
No.
You got impaled.
You did get impaled.
I did. I'll show you pictures later. But I got impaled through my thumb right here. 2 holes.
That's gonna.
Yeah.
That's not gonna bode
Did it
well
go all
for
the
your
way
thumbing.
through?
Yes, it did. Like, would you like to see a picture of it?
Sure.
I will show you a picture. Would
Did
you
you
like
get
to
it?
see a picture of my butt too?
Well, yeah, of course, if it's being impaled.
Bam!
Oh, gnarly.
That piece of metal went
Is
right.
that a
through my
bass
thumb.
string?
It's it's kind of.
Why did you remove it? You should just fucking
cut it off and just ran around with it?
Nah, yeah, you just put little ball ends on it. You got a sweet ass piercing.
That's what I nearly did because we were right around the corner from our buddy Josh's.
Get infected, man.
Inc. 817, our
Throw some
buddy
whiskey
Josh's
on it?
shop, and I nearly went over there and was like, "Can you just shove a barbell through here and pin it?" So,
well, how did that happen?
Because I
Thumbing?
work with fiber, and those are strength members and a fiber optic cable to keep it straight, not crinkling.
Mm-hmm.
And when you cut one open, you got to cut it back. And I cut the ends and then kept skinning it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I skinned it, I went raw, and it went
gnarly.
Yeah,
it's pretty rad though. That's a cool little. It's a good story.
So on the how late did you stay out at Cocktail Week on Friday night?
Well, I went till it closed, and then I went over to Mass for a little bit.
Oh, you went out somewhere after that?
Yeah,
because I saw some pictures that you posted at 6:30 in the morning.
Well, no. Okay, so I went to Mass for a little bit, and then I went home.
You're just a party shredder right now, dude.
I am.
I like the name.
Party
You're a
shredder.
party smasher.
I've been.
You've been on a bender.
I'm on a massive bender right now.
This happens every football season.
Are you depressed?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out a bunch of things in my life, and I've thought getting up.
We're in the tree of trust here.
Arts Google was on Saturday, so I thought it'll be a good idea to get up at 5:30.
You notice I didn't respond to any of this thread.
I know, because you were pussy.
I guess so.
So I got up and I went and met what was supposed to be Dante, Jason, and Eric at Upper 90. They're on Magnolia to watch the Manchester United versus Chelsea game. And
which ended in a draw, right? 1-1?
Yes.
I fucking hate soccer.
Well,
you got a winner and a loser. That's how you play a fucking game.
You don't do that in football.
Apologize to the Fort Worth Vaqueros.
And we'd like to apologize to our latest sponsor, Manchester United.
Well, I said Fort Worth Vaqueros, but
well, we got them both.
Oh, I didn't know we got Man U.
We just picked them both up.
Pick them, man. They don't even know yet. You're gonna send them a bill.
But I went over there. The match started at 6:30. They opened at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Walked in there. There's probably 6 people in there.
So they serve booze
I sit
that
down.
early?
Tap the brakes, buddy.
Okay.
By the time the match started, there was probably about 18, 20 people in there. We're all sitting there in our mixed colors of jerseys.
Yeah.
Intertwining, having fun, having conversation.
I didn't know
cheering each
this
other.
happens in Fort Worth.
And at 7 o'clock, the bartender goes, "The bar is now officially open." And at 7 o'clock, I went, I need a Cigar City Hot Lie. I just went balls deep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me that 18% IPA. Let's do this.
Is the Cigar City the beer you were having? Because it's an 18%er?
Why not?
You're like, fuck it.
Fuck it. Why not?
Wow.
Does that still count as beer?
I don't think it's really that high.
I think it's
It's super high, though.
What was the...
I mean, I don't want to call you out on your fake news and shit, but...
What was the...
It's a pretty high IPA.
The Bismarck.
I think it has to be less than 13.
I think the Bismarck was 48%.
And we had that on the show. We had that on the show. It tastes like drinking soy sauce.
$100 for a 12-ounce bottle.
The texture was like soy sauce, kind of.
Yeah.
What was it?
2 ounces got me smashed.
Yeah.
What did it taste like?
I took 3 drinks of it.
Like
dirt?
No, it's like it's not as bad. Like it sounds way worse than when you actually drink it.
What color was it?
Like soy sauce.
Like soy sauce. It's
like
very
dark. Was it like and the consistency like real thin?
Soy sauce. Yeah.
Real thin.
Who was that? Who's the brewery that does this? Sink the Bismarck?
Brewdog.
Brewdog. Yeah. It was actually. I thought it was gonna be horrid, and it was decent.
What does it say here?
Does not sound enjoyable.
You wouldn't drink a whole bottle of it. It's
I'd
one
rather-
of those things that you just kind of pass around.
I'd rather drink a bottle of soy sauce.
Highlight is 9.3.
Little MSG.
But it says
You'd probably get dehydrated, man.
It says
Wouldn't
it.
Oh, lose a little water weight.
Yeah.
It fluctuates from 7.5 to 9.3. That's weird.
The Cigar City beer.
What this says. Anyway, yeah. So I just went, fuck it. Let's.
I was
drink.
like,
when I got the text, I was like, he's not showing up. Neither's Dante. Jason might. And then the first thing I looked up, no, I didn't think you would. Because I knew your night before. I knew all the stuff you'd been doing. So I look at my phone, Instagram pulls up. The first thing I see is Dustin and Dante.
Hey! Yeah, I saw that picture.
And it was fun, dude. We had a blast. Everybody there was having a blast, even though, Chelsea went up first, and then Manu came back and tied it up, and then things started getting crazy, and Jose got into a fight. Did you see that?
No, I didn't even see the highlights of any of it.
Jose got in a fight with the guy from Chelsea.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Then
it was good times. And see, when I got done, 6 beers later,
it was time for another event.
It was time for Arts Goggle to start. And people were showing up and lining up to start setting up their tents. And so...
Like, you literally walked out of the parking lot and you're in Arts Goggle.
My car stayed in the parking lot all day because it was perfect parking. Why? I just spent a shit ton of money inside a bar and a restaurant next door for breakfast tacos. It should give me the right to park there all day, right?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
No.
So then I walked over to my truck and pulled out the scooter that I bought the night before.
I thought that wasn't a rental? You bought one of those? Good Lord, man.
You have an electric scooter?
You are on a bender, dude.
It's not electric.
Was it like a Razor?
It's a Razor with giant wheels. It's a big boy Razor.
Fat man Razor?
Yeah, it's a fat man Razor. And I razored.
Sword?
I just started razoring down the street, and then I saw Jennifer and Shauna sitting in line waiting to set up, and I razored over to them, and they're all laughing. Everybody's laughing. I was like, what? Look, who's the smart one here? This is like 30 fucking blocks of festival. I want to ride around on a scooter. Let me ride around on one.
Yeah.
Don't let people tell you
Arts
what to
Goggle
do.
was
They
a
don't
blast,
tell me
by
what
the
to
way.
do.
I showed up for the first time ever.
That was your
to
first
Arts
one
Goggle.
ever.
Yeah.
It's a blast, isn't it?
It is a blast.
It's a blast. And we drank.
Is it always
lot,
been? Has it
didn't we?
always been that big? I had a few pops before I went to Oklahoma, but
yeah, we're gonna get.
Is it always that? Is it always that big, or is it just exponentially grown every year?
It has gotten way bigger. It's
has?
gotten almost out of control big. I'm gonna say that.
That was my one complaint was the
There's
parking
so much
situation.
there.
And it's just because it was the first time that I went, so I didn't know. I was trying to find Joe's house to park at.
He's like 30 blocks away.
That's what I ended up figuring out.
Not really, but he's
I
like
mean,
8.
it's farther than where I ended up parking. But anyway, that's the only thing that sucked. And it's not that there is no parking. It's just those streets are so thin. You got people on both sides lined up down. What's that street that's that runs into? Dang it, whatever. Mapalo or something. I can't remember the name of the street. Anyway,
Morphe.
Yeah. That street was, you couldn't hardly, it looked like you weren't going to get through. So if someone pulled in at the same time as you had to do the Mexican standoff. Not a racist. And figure out who was going to pull over or pull out and let you through.
What time did your Arts Goggle adventure end?
Like, we showed up at like 1:30, I think.
And what time did you leave?
It was later than that.
No,
we
it was right around then.
We had to leave. We had to be in Oklahoma by 7. So we left, I think, like 6, right around 6.
Would you like to know when mine ended?
Yeah.
So I started it officially at 6:30 a.m. I pulled off Magnolia at 3 a.m.
Oh my god!
So that answers me about this will destroy you.
Yeah, I didn't make it out there.
Well, all right, good job, man.
I was in a weird place with a bunch of weird things and lots of alcohol.
Yeah?
Lots of alcohol.
How much of it do you remember?
Just about all of it.
But what about the part that you don't, that you blocked out?
That's why my butt is sore.
Yeah.
Did you end up Ubering home that night?
No.
No, he rode his fucking Fat Man Razor home.
I rode my Razor. No, the reason I stayed around is because I was sobered up. But
yeah,
one of
after drinking for fucking 12 hours. I'm sober.
So that must be why on Sunday on the show notes you have recovery.
Yes.
Because you're thinking about going to recovery.
The reason I was there that late wasn't for me. It was for my sister.
Oh, okay. You had to help her tear down and stuff, right?
My sister from New York, my blood sister, not my in-law, she came and joined us at the Owl to close things down. She had a little bit to drink, so I hung out with her. till she was good to go home. So I was fine.
Okay.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
That's became the game.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
How many fingers am I holding up? Well, how many fingers am I holding up? One's in your butt.
The butt when I'm fuck you like a duck. What's that?
But I want to hear about your
What's that
trip.
song? The Azel Festival.
Yeah.
I want to hear about your trip to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And then I have a question before we get into the whole.
Did you see that guy with the cat?
Yeah, was the guy with the cat running around?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was Arkansas.
No,
Oh,
Arkansas.
Oklahoma?
No, it's Oklahoma. It's
Nah,
Tulsa.
Oh, we didn't go
Downtown
that far
Tulsa.
north. We were up in Windstar. I went to a rap show.
That's
90s
not
rap.
fucking Oklahoma. That's Texas on the other side of the Red River.
That's glorified Texas.
Yeah, that's our country. They just don't know
to
it
thank
yet.
all
That's
our,
the part that wants to be
listeners
Texas.
from Oklahoma.
And we want to thank
you to the
Windstar
show.
for being a new
Windstar for
sponsor.
being a new sponsor.
Thank you for your
Texas is bitch.
All right, so I need to hear about this because you dropped this bomb on me.
I got it dropped onto me
like
real late.
an hour before you left, and we're like, "Hey, you want to go to Oklahoma?" I was like, "Why?
What would I go up there for?
Would I go to Oklahoma?"
The answer is never yes.
Yeah,
Never.
No, not voluntarily.
Well, surprisingly, I had a great time.
And you went and saw who?
Well, I thought I was going to see Coolio. It
Who's
wasn't
dead?
Coolio. Did we ever get to the
he's
bottom
not
of that? He's
dead.
not dead,
He's
right?
not dead.
That was a big conversation in
Not
the chat
dead,
room.
but he should be.
Thank our sponsors, Coolio.
Coolio isn't dead.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
he's
sad
dead.
to report.
I think he's not in the gangster's paradise yet.
Okay. I like that.
That's what I did there, man.
Yeah.
So
That's what the thumb does.
who'd you end up going to see?
So walk in, and you guys remember everybody dance now.
CNC Music Factory?
That was the first band I walked into.
No shit, like
Yeah.
the real CNC.
The real deal CNC Music Factory. The problem was they didn't have the ladies singing; they just had backtracks. But the rapper was the dude, that guy.
Come on and move.
Yeah,
Everybody
Boop, yo,
move.
bye.
Sounds like the fourth ring of
Poke,
hell.
poke, pot. It wasn't bad, but after that, I had no idea. I thought this was just going to see Coolio. And
You
then
had no
coming
idea
back.
Who
I
wasn't
had no
there?
idea.
Who really
This
wasn't
was,
there?
This was a '90s rap fest,
Uh-huh.
is what it was.
Who else?
So
CNC Music Factory's rap?
They probably got lumped into that
Okay.
90s.
Yeah, and
If
Yeah, they did.
if De La Soul wasn't there, then that was not.
Did
a
you
De
go-
La Soul wasn't, but the next man up on the bill, Biz Markie. And I was like,
Jesus
holy
Christ!
fuck, there's Biz Markie.
How's he not had a heart attack by now?
I have no idea. And there were several times during his set
He's got a
that
lot
I
of.
was thinking he's
gonna
going to
die.
go.
He's got a lot of Yo Gabba Gabba episodes.
I'll show
still
you
to do.
pictures, some pictures that I took after the show.
So what other song does he have except?
He has several, but
Did he just?
check this out.
Bismarck. He played
He's in the
Denton.
middle. He also did a bunch of stuff with the Beastie Boys people forget about.
Yeah.
So check
the Biz
this out.
versus the News.
Yeah, he stops the set down. This is so awesome. The whole time he looks like he's could any moment either wave it off or fall down because of too many cheeseburgers. At any moment. So you're kind of like, man, this is really
hit
cool.
that buffet pretty hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And he was
He
was
paid in
getting
buffet.
through the set and everything. All of a sudden he stops the whole like, hold on, man, I gotta blow my nose. And fucking stops the set down, goes over to the DJ booth, pulls out a hanky like your grandpa has, like a big old handkerchief, and just comes with a full on with the mic right there. Like he barely I think he had it sitting on something and just blows his nose, gets the mic back, walks back over and does another song.
Good. That's. I'm glad he's taken.
And he sounded just like he did.
He's taking responsibility for his own personal health. That's fantastic, and everybody should carry a handkerchief.
I think he should have taken an allergy pill.
Should be part of
I
your
was thinking
EDC.
about throwing him a Zyrtec. Like, hey, bro.
He would have been
Zyrtec.
like, "Oh, thanks, man. It's a Molly.
Tamales.
A Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Oh, Molly.
Don't get all excited."
So he was badass, dude. And then after that, Salt and Pepper.
Aren't they missing somebody? Hey, here comes my brother.
They had Spinderella, and they all looked great, and they all did all their songs like spot. It was really good. I was really impressed. They're doing a residency
Didn't one of them
now.
die? Left Eye
I think
Lopez.
that's,
Lisa
TLC,
Left Eye Lopez.
buddy. I think that's TLC.
I'm
Andrew,
really disappointed you know
You
that.
can grab you a cup. You got a mic and headphones here. And
Andrew, I got a beer in there if you want one.
You got some whiskey and
Got some
ice
whiskey.
and stuff over here. Just
Dude,
make yourself at home.
Where's your Hooters?
So then after that and they were awesome. I took some pictures of them.
Salt and Pepper was awesome.
I can't believe how good they look still because they're pretty old too. I think they're like in their upper 50s maybe, right?
No, they're
so?
our age. They're probably in their mid 40s, upper.
There's no way.
Who?
They're
TLC?
all over 50. No, TLC's dead. Sorry, Dave.
I don't think. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Well,
Spinderella lives here.
Salt and Pepper.
Oh, Salt and Pepper.
They are in their 50s, I bet.
So Salt
close 48
is 52.
Oh, good job, Matt. What about Peppa?
And Peppa, let's go see.
50.
You think so?
50.
Peppa is 53.
Spinderella.
And Spinderella. Peppa looks good.
She looked good on this Saturday night.
Spinderella
almost thumbed it.
She's my favorite.
Spinderella's
she's hot too.
48.
So she's okay.
She balances out.
But she lives here, right?
Yes.
She does?
Yes.
Well, they were amazing.
Have you ever done any work with her, Andrew?
Yes.
You have?
But not with her. Not in person.
Well, this is strange.
Yeah, he's being serious. Good job. Thank you, Spinderella.
So they were really good. And I didn't know they're doing a residency right now out in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, Vegas there's an interesting thing I heard about Vegas, and I heard it on the.
I think I know where you're about to go with this.
The Justin Timberlake thing. They asked Justin Timberlake if he ever would consider going back and doing a duet with Britney Spears or whatever, doing something like that, and he said point blank, no, because that's where you go when you retire and you're ready to die. The ready to die part I put in, but that's where you go when you retire. So you look at who's out there: Guns N' Roses, Journey.
Yeah, but Jones.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses doing a residency at Hard Rock.
What's the badass?
I thought they already did that.
What's the badass singer that's done his residency out there, Andrew, forever?
Fucking
Jones. What's his first
Wayne
name?
Newton.
And Bob is not Bob Jones, is it?
Davy Jones's
Locker.
No.
Jones?
He's the one that sings.
Tom Jones.
Yeah, Tom
Thomas
Jones.
Jones.
Isn't he still out there?
Uh-huh.
He's not a.
He'll
he's
never.
not a
He'll never
lameoid.
leave there.
What about Wayne Newton?
Does he live?
He's cryogenically frozen.
So was the deal with Garth Brooks true?
Tom Jones hasn't died.
What?
has he?
Chris Gaines?
No, they flew him in every day.
Likely.
With that,
to do
he's
a
got
show.
he's got
He did 3
iPhone
shows.
money for sure.
Yeah, does that work?
So
It's the adapter.
the end of the night was Vanilla Ice.
Oh wait.
And
Oh, Jesus
surprisingly, he was way better than the last time I saw him.
You saw him more than once?
And the thing, let me to tell you, the coolest part about the whole night was all of them making some fun of themselves. Every single act was like, hey, not taking themselves too serious.
Well, that's what
getting
you
up
do
there.
now.
Well, that's what I was saying was the cool part.
That's what they need to do. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
It's like, and the thing is,
Self-effacing.
if you, I bet if you go
did
back,
he play Ninja Rap?
he did,
Oh my god!
and he brought up Donatello.
I saw him play a show in Huntsville at the Can.
I saw him at the Groovy Mule.
Donatello or Ice, Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. That's when he was in a rock band. Remember that?
Yeah, and that was sketch.
It sucked.
Yeah,
It straight up sucked.
yeah, that wasn't
Sorry,
his best.
Noah.
That wasn't his best period.
Does Robbie Van Winkle live here, or does he live in Miami? Miami.
I know he's from the
He's
streets
from-
of Duncanville or whatever.
Yeah, he's from around here.
Thought he went to
Duncanville.
Trinity.
Oh, I thought it was Duncanville.
I don't know. Vanilla Ice.
Plano?
Plano,
Was
yeah,
it
that's
Plano?
it. Yeah,
Maybe.
something
Streets
like
of
that.
Plano.
Something
Fucking
like
hard life. Early 2000.
But he was cool.
1999
The weirdest
Plano.
thing though, when he did his set, he did like 4 songs, and then he just did basically everybody get up on stage and start dancing and acting like strippers. He even had like a Drake track playing, and they were just kind of singing along to it and dancing with all these girls and stuff. That's how the whole night ended. So it was really strange, but it was cool seeing those old names and stuff and seeing their good attitudes. I have a feeling if they did 90s metal or something, everybody'd just be taking like if they rolled
they
out.
do 90s metal there.
They
Up
do
in
it at
Windstar?
NAMM.
Yeah.
At NAMM.
That is
Yeah,
90s
I have a
metal.
feeling if old Puddle of Mud or something rolled through there, they'd be all taking themselves way too like. I'm sorry if there's any Disturbed fans out there, I'm sure that he would be taking himself way too serious. And
did you hear the big Disturbed news this week? It's huge.
Have you met him, Andrew?
He took his piercings out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have too. And
he took his piercings out and started whistling?
No, he shot water through it.
He shot water through it.
He shot water through it.
Really?
Yeah.
You know Johnson could do that.
Like a viper.
Spitting cobra.
A pit viper.
Yeah, I met him once. He made me go get him water and then just looked at it. He made me run all over the Bronco Bowl to find him some water that he wanted.
Really?
And I brought it to him and he just looked at it. And I was like, you fucking dick.
The guy?
Dave, is it, how you say his last name? Draymond?
I don't know.
The dude from Disturbed. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like now.
That's the sound of the water.
That's
spraying through my 2 holes.
Chipmunk Disturbed guy.
So he made you go find. do that again. Do that again.
I can't laugh when I do it, man.
That's pretty good, man.
No, do it. Ready?
That was one with the stomach problem. Hold on.
You ready?
That's amazing.
It's really good.
I think you got it. I think you got your thing, man.
Yeah.
Everybody has a special skill.
Yeah.
If only you could water ski and do that. We
Yeah.
could take you to
I mean,
You'd have a
Mayfest.
job, man.
If
Yeah.
if chipmunks were game animals, man, we'd be eating for life.
You'd be our caller.
Think I'd be calling him in right now?
Yeah.
I just called in a hot piece of chipmunk ass.
We're going to open the door and there's going to be like 30 squirrels out there.
Oh, you guys are both doing it now. That's good.
Wow. Yours was kind of like,
yeah. That's
he was like doing ninja moves.
All right, so...
Wait. I got one more.
Are we done with the weekend?
Is that what happens when you squeeze one?
He had a bad stomach ache.
Squeezing him.
God.
That's power podcasting right there. That's what gets us in the charts.
And now for best chipmunk impersonation. Being squeezed by human hands.
It's like a Crush video in here.
Yeah. Whoa.
What?
We're not going to say
what-
that. So the reason we're all here, I guess we should introduce our guest.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead from Radio Left and Right. We'll start.
Well,
over here.
actually, we've already we kind of already introed them, right?
Yeah.
Or did we not?
No, we kind of did at the beginning when
Ladies
we
and
said Happy
gentlemen,
Tuesday.
You guys have been here for an hour.
people of the press.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you been?
No one knows who's talking.
No.
Andrew O'Hearn from Shaolin Death Squad.
Hello.
That's how he's going to do the whole set, ladies and gentlemen. On Saturday night, that's what you have to look forward to.
Why is that guy bit crushed to death?
If you can only see my movements.
Yeah.
It's interpretive.
Turn the bit crusher off.
Oh, they're all right.
They're on YouTube though.
Oh, here we go. Okay, now we've officially ate shrooms.
Sorry,
Yeah.
latency. Sorry, guys. Hang
All
on,
right.
wait. Sorry, my fault.
Sitting next to Andrew, we have,
Marlon, the methinks.
and then next to him, we have.
David with the Shaolin Death Squad and Spectacle.
Very nice, gentlemen. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
So for the first time,
We don't have wings out here.
we've done this for 5 years now. We've had the Do Fort Halloween preview
James,
show.
we miss you, James.
And James,
Yeah,
this
James
is the first
is
one
sick.
James is missing.
James is sick.
God,
He works his
rest
ass
his
off for
soul.
the show.
Yeah.
And,
Whoa, I don't think he's.
is he?
Not yet.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, okay.
One day. One day.
James works his ass off.
We're gonna have to go back in for the Death Clock set, put all the vocals into the tracks.
He's just gonna roll him up on stage.
Yeah.
Does he not have voice?
He's under the weather.
What kind of weather is it?
It's a gloomy day.
He's under the gloom.
He's under the gloom.
The throat
Under the
gloom
gloom.
or the butt gloom?
The flu gloom.
Uh-oh.
He's got flu?
No, I don't think it's flu. Let me take that back. Not like Dad's go to the hospital flu, but more like I don't feel good. My throat hurts. I need a rest.
Which is fine. He can rest. He's going to rest all this week.
Yes,
until Saturday.
Yeah, he skips pre-rehearsal for before shows.
Do you guys have pre-rehearsals? What happens in pre-rehearsal?
We just talk.
That's where we just show up and look at each other.
It's when you pre-pro the podcast, right?
And usually everybody takes their guns out. And
something breaks, and everybody takes their guns out.
Is it for your Instagram pages?
Yes, it is.
It could be.
It could be.
It is for one of them.
What? Why are y'all looking at me?
I'm just kidding.
This is the first time out of 5 years we've done this. This is the first time where everybody in the room is going to be playing.
That's true. Oh yeah, that is, yeah.
I don't want to. I got a fear boner. I haven't played in 36 years.
You've been wanting to do this for years, and the year you're finally like, yeah, we're going to do it.
You even got
don't want to do it.
You even got a new amp.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
What new amp did you get?
Well, the first time that 5150, that EVH, the first time it actually played on a stage, I played it.
Oh, is that the new amp that you got, the old one?
I'm not bringing mine.
You're using Peters?
I'm going to use Peters. In fact, I'm going to load all his stuff up on Thursday, or are we going up there on Saturday?
Dave wants to know if he can use yours.
I don't know. I don't.
Oh, do you want to use mine?
No.
I thought yours was fine now.
No.
I thought you got a new one.
Crapped out.
The one with the EL34?
That EL34 crapped out.
Are you serious already?
Yeah. Well, it blew a fuse because it was my fault. Blew a fuse, but I think something worse happened to it because it smelled really bad, like melted.
Did you buy that new?
Glue. Mm-hmm.
In the 10 months I've been in the spectacle.
Yeah, no shit.
My amp I've had 2 amp failures.
I was going to say 8.
I've probably seen
2.
Maybe 4.
There's been at least 3 shows that I've come up and you've been like down in Andy's working on your amp before the show starts.
Yeah,
How do you not get fear boner when that shit happens?
I always do. That's half of the problem. Is like you're while I'm playing, I'm thinking a quarter of my brain is thinking shit. Is it gonna fucking crap out?
Yeah.
So, but I figured I'm in a good spot with my Mark V right now. I fixed that.
He's in a good place.
I'm in a good place. Yeah, okay. We had a talk, long discussion.
But the 5150 is no bueno.
It's no bueno. It has ceased to be.
Are you getting your money back? Or
no. I took back over to Tone Shop. Doty's gonna check it out.
Yeah.
It may still just be a fuse issue, but it's a real funky fuse.
Now,
it's real fucking small.
Do you mod your shit out though, like Peter does?
Nope.
So,
no, I only mod my rifle.
If anyone's amp should go crazy, it should be Peter's.
Yeah, but he sent it to a German, so you know that shit's gonna work.
Yeah.
It's like
That's right.
Yeah.
You send yours to China.
It came from Mexico.
That's right.
Oh, here we go.
There are Germans in Mexico.
There are Germans in Mexico.
Oh, y'all want to go into that story real quick?
No, we're all good.
So, this is the week that it all happens. October 27th.
Yeah, this is finals week.
Showdown.
This is finals.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, this is where
I'm
all the cramming.
cramming.
Okay.
I was cramming
David, you
last
should
night.
go home and go practice.
I almost brought my guitar. Just to practice here.
So
tomorrow's last chance.
Look at this practice over here. This guy.
He's got the book. That's what I'm saying. That is the way you do it. You travel with the fucking notes.
It's in my car.
How many times have y'all practiced, Marlon?
Today?
No. The whole chief. That's it. You just practiced today. Today's the first time.
No. We've been working on it for a couple months.
So, do you have any Cheap Trick flashcards in there? Anything
no.
we can? I mean,
we'll
do a study
add.
session.
We'll do our normal jam, and we'll add one more Cheap Trick each practice.
Oh, you do the band, the Me Think stuff, and then at the end of the set, you'll throw one in.
We don't retain well.
Yeah, I don't either.
So if we said, hey, let's learn 2 albums worth of material and came out, it just wouldn't work. I mean, we're not that kind.
What time do you guys go on?
Right after you guys.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna get a dose of suck, and then a dose of
suckier.
We'll have Watauga represent, and then Haltom represent.
Well, let's talk about that because first up is Drag the Ocean.
Yes. And come
doing
early
Deftones.
if you want to see, the Deftones.
We're doing the Deftones, and then after that is the Methinks doing
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick. And
How long's y'all set?
30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Maybe a little longer.
I think all the longer sets go to the big boys at the end.
Yeah, we're going to keep it short.
Assholes.
After that is Death Clock, done by The Spectacle, and our set is 24 minutes and 15 seconds.
With video.
I'm sorry, how long?
24 minutes and 15 seconds.
But y'all got a lot of stuff that goes in between songs.
There's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of banter.
Is there going to be? Is Roxo?
There will be a Roxo.
Which I'm kind of offended that y'all didn't contact me to play that role because I've been asking to do that since I met The Spectacle.
Because you like cocaine.
Yeah. Stop it! You're tickling me.
Well, Roxo is it's not. It's a special appearance by Roxo, but Roxo is also going to be a part of a performance of one of the songs.
Yes.
So
that's why you weren't.
Is he going to do the?
Yeah, because you suck at guitar.
Is he going to do the splits?
Singing Dory McLean.
Yeah.
Dory McLean. She's only 13. Yeah, I don't know. It's David of
Yeah.
He's gonna he bought a singlet and everything.
Did he?
It's gonna be good, man.
It's gonna be good.
Has he come in rehearsal and
one time?
Did he walk in with the whole outfit?
He's got it. No. He didn't have the outfit on, but I saw a picture of the.
You approve it?
It's gonna be good.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
And the most mystical and intriguing set is gonna be done by y'all. I'm so interested in what you guys are fucking doing. You're downplaying it.
You'll be.
No, you're upplaying it.
Yeah, you're upplaying it. You'll.
No, all right. So, I mean, we're gonna. Shaolin doesn't play very much, and we dress up anyway. So we decided this time, why don't we play as Shaolin? So we're gonna do some of our songs and then some other songs.
Not dressed up?
Mm-hmm.
No, we'll be dressed up.
Okay.
Or not. Maybe not. I don't know.
What are some of the other songs?
Out to the show.
We're
gonna do some Wings songs
tomorrow. Wings, Paul McCartney Wings.
Yeah, you can do some Paul McCartney Wings and some Beach Boys stuff, and maybe. I mean, nothing says Halloween like Beach Boys.
I agree.
Are you gonna do this Halloween? Is that gonna be done?
I don't know.
But I heard there's gonna be some Halloween treats.
There'll be Halloween themes.
Andrew's mysterious. He doesn't like to. He doesn't like to give away. He doesn't like to give shit away.
Andrew's treats for Halloween are going to be that he's going to paint his testicles like pumpkins.
They're already painted like
exactly.
By the way, how the Elk River?
They're stained.
While we're talking about how'd the Elk River show go?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was great.
And the release is done.
Okay,
everything's
when did that happen?
No.
Oh, you can't get it yet.
The release is not
2 months ago.
Oh, it's not.
No.
But
When
you
did
did
the show happen?
Oh,
Sunday.
And it was great.
It was great.
I saw pictures of it.
I wish I would have known. I would have come up there.
Did you have a cowboy hat on or something?
I need to buy those shirts.
So we the shirt.
The shirts are awesome.
The shirts are awesome. I need a
mushroom. I need one of each.
Y'all's banner was really cool too.
Yeah, that was the shirt.
It is the
shirt print.
Yeah, I want.
Yeah, so
banner or shirt?
Both.
Because you're so fucking rotund, you need to wrap a banner around you to
like Axl Rose.
Double his shirt.
Yes, I did have a cowboy hat on, but that's because we decided last minute to be kind of themed, and somehow Slutty Cowboy kind of came into the picture.
That's my costume too.
What?
That's my costume.
All right,
too.
Slutty Cowboy. I mean, that's all. That's a good thing here.
You guys should bring that down to Fort Worth.
Well, it's not my call.
I know it's not. I'll talk to Denny.
Yeah, he's one of the persons.
Send it down to Fort Worth because there's a lot of people in the south side of Fort Worth that'd be interested in that.
Here's one thing that a lot of people that went to the show. I mean, they didn't. I guess they didn't really do their homework in a way. But each band, there was 3 bands, and they each recorded 3 to 4 songs. So that was the performance. So it was a pretty short show. Each band doing their 3 or 4 songs, which is not very long. So it was pretty quick. I was done. I was drunk by 9:30. And
shit, that's early.
What was it?
It started at 7:00.
Was it? It wasn't at Dan's, was it?
It was at Dan's.
Oh, it was at Dan's.
Yeah, and
it was
lines there. Super fun. The first band that was on Feather, they were great, beautiful music and sounds and singers.
Are their shirts as cool as y'all's?
Yeah,
they're cool.
Yeah,
all the shirts are cool.
They're all
Mushrooms.
Good.
The best.
Well, I think Moon is the best.
Moon is the best
because of
the
3-eyed Yeti.
Yeah,
3-eyed Yeti with a motorcycle going into its mouth. Or
that's kind of badass. Yeah.
And mushrooms all around it, and
yeah,
it's pretty fun. The band Mushroom is great tunes, psychedelic hard rock, and it came out really good. There's gonna be probably 2 other shows, I guess, coming up within the next.
We need to know those dates
within the year. Yeah,
we need to know those.
I don't know the dates yet either. So
when you find out.
And did you say when the album's going to be out or the release?
The album. I feel like the album will probably be out for the second show because it's done. I've heard the record; it's done, mastered, and everything. So now they're printing records, vinyls. And
Briggs, is he mastering it too?
Yeah, he mastered, mixed it. Great guy. He was in here a couple weeks ago, and
well, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was that.
He used to design websites for me.
Really, Michael Briggs?
Yep.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, cool. But the Shaolin stuff, it'll be a little special. We tried to, the Shaolin stuff works pretty good during Halloween season anyway.
And we don't play. I mean, we play 1 show a year, so.
What was the last show
we rehearsed 3 times.
The Andes, the Underground, Abbey Underground. That was their last show,
which was in August, which is
pretty.
Shortly.
It's pretty close to when we,
so
pretty close together.
My job puts me up in Denton a lot, and did you know they're shutting down the square? I think on Friday afternoon because they think they're going to have record attendance at this year. The whole thing, like the Day of the Dead festival. Everything that's going on, they're expecting like all the bars around there have ordered extra kegs and stuff.
Oh, really?
They think it's going to be big.
I believe it.
So.
If I had to carry my gear 5 blocks into the Andes, I'm going to be pissed.
Which is why that starting a show early, playing that first slot
is a good deal
because there'll be people out there still.
It could be.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be fucking smashed by 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
But
give me more fear, boner.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like earlier shows are starting to become a thing. Thank God.
That's what I was. It's funny because I was just talking to a bartender about that. How Denton's starting to wrap things up around 12:31ish now, more than they used to. When I was playing up there all the time back in the early 2000s and like '98. It seemed like
all the time
you were never from '98 to like 2002 is when I was playing up there, and it seemed like you were always up at Andy's or when Rick's was still there or Groovy Mule, you were there till fucking 3 o'clock trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Or
then, that's how most of the I always end up shutting the bars down too.
Well, you have a drinking problem,
maybe. But as far as shows go, I think that bands are just wanting. That's what's been our curse the whole time is that we always end up going on like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Shaolin,
yeah,
and which ends up really meaning 1:15.
Mm-hmm.
Bars close, earlier than said real time, and
people still stick around.
They
still stick around.
They start leaving because it's time to go, or they want to go to they want to go to last call.
Yeah.
To go hang out with their friends at the other bar,
Some
their
other
normal
place.
hangout. And then, we're done. We get off stage and everybody's gone. We can never hang out with anybody.
Yeah.
We can't have any beers.
Yeah, we either we.
That's the real problem.
That's the real problem is that we can't
have it. We can't have our last or.
It's funny, but
last couple of shots.
We're kind of not joking about this.
No, yeah.
No, that's
like you really do get ripped off. You're like, oh, I can't get a beer, and the bartender's sorry, man.
Dude, like at places like Abbey,
you could pull it off there.
They're pretty cool about it, you know.
I went to his new bar, or not his new one, but the one that's out on 38, or the Horny Toad. Yeah. It's cool.
It's good food.
Didn't that used to be Texas Cafe or some shit
Good
like
Eats.
that?
Good Eats.
Yeah.
But that area up there. What's really weird is that, I was talking to them and they're like, "Yeah, you guys, come up here sometime and hang out." And it's not far, but it's Denton far.
It seems far.
Yeah, you gotta go all the way down to University. And
it takes like 6 to 7 minutes to get there. And in Denton is like, oh no, that's too far, man. I cannot go that far.
You know what the scariest part about that bar is? That they have that whole picnic or that porch area where you go back. It's right on the highway. Like the access road is right there.
Yeah.
So if
the stage backs up.
Yeah,
it's a small stage.
It's literally like 10 feet away from the access road.
It's a good view though. As of
it
right
is
now.
a cool view because you're on the edge of Denton.
You're on the edge. You see, if you're out there for sunsets, amazing, like awesome.
Yeah,
food is good.
There's a lot of growing going on out there though.
And
since that convention center got up there, there's a lot of stuff moving in.
Well, not only that, but you're getting the people from like Aubrey and Sanger, like they're coming down.
Yeah,
and Denton's growing out there. There's like thousands and thousands and thousands of houses being bult out there.
Yeah. So have you
that
been
will be their bar.
That new Alamo Draft House?
I've been there once,
and it's an awesome place. They're also about to put a big ass like entertainment, kind of like a what's the main event? Except,
really?
Yeah, that's what that big building that's kind of in front of it now. That's right by it's in between the Alamo and or it's next to the hotel or the convention center, I think, or it might be in front of it. Next time you go out there, you'll see because they're almost done with it. Okay. And it's gonna be like I heard it's a main event.
It's like behind Rooms to Go or whatever it is. There's like a Rooms to Go. There.
I think it's closer to the convention center, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go by there tomorrow, but they're planning on more development all out there. It's like I think they're what their plan is get all the way up to Gainesville.
Yeah,
eventually.
Urban sprawl.
Yeah,
part 3.
It's nothing but concrete between what is it, DeSoto and Oklahoma City. That's what the plan is.
Yeah. What's really weird is that during big weather patterns that happen, they're going across all the country and all that stuff, all the open land, and then they hit the concretes, and then they just change. They dissipate, and sometimes like literally you can see it happening on a radar.
You totally can,
which is good for extreme weather. Extreme weather. But like when you need rain, it's like almost so close.
You've been listening to Denton Talk on the podcast of Denton Community Radio.
I guess I've had a Denton boner for a while. Yeah, I want to move back. Brittany's not going to let me because I lived there for freaking 5 years. And that's one of my favorite cities in Texas by far. I loved it.
My niece is about to start UNT.
There are so many different types of people that the other day I was driving down the street that runs into right on the edge of downtown
McKinney?
The square, McKinney.
Yeah.
And there was a lady
masturbating.
She was on her riding lawnmower. Like I was like, what is going on? And everybody starts whipping around. I'm like, what the hell? And this lady's just cruising on her riding lawnmower with like her earbuds in, just
It's badass. When you got to get lottery tickets, you got to get lottery tickets.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to say, Denton is a lot of fun.
It is a lot
great.
It's a great.
Denton is great. And this is going to be a great weekend.
And that whole downtown area is amazing.
It is.
Come out and check out the Day of the Dead festival and see. I mean, the square used to be dead.
The
square used to be dead.
Yeah.
And then now it's like the square all the way past the railroad track is like
lit up with festivities
happening.
It is happening. Clubs, bars,
and even it's going north now too.
Okay. So, did you guys talk about what time the coffin races
start?
But
that's what we were wondering before the show started. I thought it started earlier.
The final check-in is at 12:30. The coffin races are going to start at 1:00.
Are you up there for this?
Yes, I will be up there for this.
Are you running the coffin this year?
I'm a pusher and or a fixer.
I'm sorry, pusher.
He's your pusher, man. Yeah. The coffins have a driver and 2 pushers.
So you're the Herschel Walker.
Oh, 2 pushers.
You're Herschel Walker.
It's usually.
Right? Herschel Walker was the pusher on the bobsled team.
Oh, yeah.
From the LA Dodgers pitcher?
No, that's Oral Hershiser.
Huh? So confused.
My brother, sports ball.
Hey, the Dodgers are playing tonight.
World Series, they're going to get the shit kicked out of them. They don't understand they don't know what a real baseball field
It doesn't matter to me.
Like.
You know why?
Because not fucking Rangers.
Because the Houston Astros aren't in it.
I know. Also that.
So, 1:00 it starts. I caught a glimpse. I caught a glimpse of Mellow Mushroom's little car.
There's some super
it's not
rad.
Up on the do for it coffin car at all.
All right. Well, here's the deal. Like the little fact tidbits. That coffin.
I'm gonna open that door. Is that cool?
I believe is the only, far as I know, is the only original. Did you look at that text, that email thread, Andrew? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's the only. It's still the only original coffin to have run and continue to run from the first year. Yeah, so
really?
we haven't.
I believe it.
The only thing that we've changed out are the wheels. The steering system's pretty crazy. The wheels, I think we put.
You guys got power steering now?
Well, no, I don't know how Jason steers it. He's got it's an old radial flyer handle from a red wagon, and it's just one and it's attached to the front,
it's right and left,
attached to the front. There's a battery in the front to add weight, but also
we're cheating now.
But also no. But also power the smoke machine that's in it because it fucking blows smoke.
And there's a light.
And there's a light and there's a siren too. I think there's a siren.
Does it do something deathy like?
Death whistles.
We should probably add something like that.
Like someone had a bunch of speakers on it.
Banshee screams.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Someone had a bunch of speakers last year. Go nuts.
Roxy. The first year had just like regular old wagon wheels, like they're just shitty wagon wheels. Then we put on, I believe they put on like rollerblade wheels.
Yeah.
Which with the bearings and everything like that, trying to get a little extra speed. And then there was the wheels are where it's at, weight and wheels.
Yeah.
And so
you put graphite on your wheels and stuff, like grease them up and all that.
Well, people were putting like big bike wheels and shit on it, and like real easy kind of spin.
Racing bike.
How much can you trick out stuff?
You can trick it out completely any way you want it, except the wheels have to be a certain size, I believe.
I don't know. I think that's different now. They used to be really strict.
They change the rules every year,
and some of these things are not coffins.
At
all.
No,
it's like, is that a fucking bike?
No, the mellow mushrooms.
Some of them
the mellow mushrooms. If the one I saw this today was the one that they're gonna run, I'm like, man, you guys kind of missed the mark on the design and everything here, because it just looks like a
coffin doesn't have to be a coffin. We saw a Doctor Who thing, like the fucking telephone booth.
Yeah.
Like somebody made a Doctor Who telephone booth.
Has there been a General Lee?
It's not called a telephone booth.
What's it called?
The TARDIS.
TARDIS? The TARDIS. Whatever.
I'm sorry, that's rude.
Yeah, fucking watch that racist show.
It's what they called Matt when he was growing up. He's just a little TARDIS.
Okay, well, here's something that goes.
Story of the little TARDIS.
This will go along with that the naming of it then. Okay, so I don't know. Was it second year, Andrew?
What?
That when we were racing the TARDIS
when they postponed the race.
Is this the incident?
Okay, this is the incident. Did we tell you that? Yeah.
You ran it into a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah, tell the story.
So it was you race. It's 2x2. It's like 2. You're racing against somebody, right? So it's us, and I don't even know who built it, but they didn't understand the laws of physics in any way. Or they were definitely not engineers. So you had
something we were all learning at the time.
Yeah, it's big, giant. I think everybody kind of goes along, they're learning as they go. But it was a big TARDIS. It was a big fucking telephone booth. It's painted blue for whatever reason. I don't know.
Because the TARDIS is blue.
God damn it! I don't watch that fucking racist show. I like the song and then the remix from that other band that did that. With the boom, boom, whatever. So
what just happened?
I don't know. So they call the whistle and they fucking
So the whistle, it's not a gun.
Hello, whistle, whatever it was, whatever. Yeah, somebody's whistling
1,
in the background.
2, 3.
They
get the disturbed guy to toot through his.
We pushed. We push. Me and James push. Their guys push.
There's an incident here,
and there's an incident that happened. It didn't even cross.
Had y'all had some pops though?
No pops.
Oh, this was pre-pops.
This is pre-pop. This is fucking serious.
No drunk.
Serious.
No one was intoxicated.
Competition. No, as far as I know.
Not even your driver.
I mean, maybe residual. Our driver was fine. Okay. I mean, so like the gun, the whistle, whatever goes off, you push, and the fucking TARDIS goes careening to the right before it even gets over the start line and goes into the crowd.
Yikes!
Into a guy. In a wheelchair and fucking barrels into him and rolls over him. Okay, so meanwhile...
So he didn't roll over him, but that's a badass image.
He had a fucking phone booth on top of him. Let's just say, and he was in a wheelchair. He couldn't go anywhere. It's not like he can fucking move out of the way.
Yeah,
like,
was he
gonna,
paralyzed? He did get knocked over.
He was he fell all the way unparalyzed.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
He got hit pretty hard.
Wait, what if it fixed his paralyzation and he stood up and walked away?
It's like when you clap and like you're deaf, and then all of a sudden you can hear you get hit in the head. But that's
God,
not that's not
dude
the that's not the
podcast.
That's not the funny part of the story.
Oh, there's more.
Oh yeah, the funny part of the story.
That wasn't a funny part.
When it goes careening into the crowd, immediately off the starting line, our coffin is going down, and when it hits the crowd, there's like an ooh and like a dead silence, and then James is watching our cart, and he jumps up and down. It's like, yeah, go. He's just going, right? He's just screaming.
Does the rugby yell?
Dead silence. Like dead silence.
Fucking A, man!
Dead silence. And he didn't realize it until the car got all the way down to the bottom. And he's jumping in the middle. And meanwhile,
was he high-fiving people?
No one's clapping.
No one's clapping. No, it's like everybody's like, oh, there's a hush over the crowd.
Was this the first year?
They're pulling this. This was the second year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pulling this thing off this poor guy, that's in a wheel. He was fine.
Okay,
let me just state that he was okay. He's fine. He's already paralyzed. There's no big whoop.
The damage
can't get more paralyzed.
Can't get more paralyzed.
Good
he may have had a few cuts and bruises,
almighty.
But that's why you got to understand physics, folks.
Yeah,
yeah.
You make one wrong calculation,
and you never know what paralyzed person you're going to run over.
Oh man, when they shot someone off to the moon, they had to take that into account.
Yeah, but that was fake, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so did they even have a metal gate up?
No,
it was just hay bales.
And that was when you can run over the line too.
So now
you have to stop.
Well,
you have to
be in your lane. You have to. They now have like gates on the side and hay barrels because there's going to be accidents.
Yeah,
it's I saw a bad one last year where they went through the hay barrels and shit went everywhere at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, God.
Yeah, it's like watching those freaking little tiny cars out in the middle of the countryside. And people are standing alongside the road and they get barreled over. That's what the coffin
So,
are
do
like.
you guys have? Are the shirts made? Are we getting shirts this year?
Yes, there are shirts.
You guys checked them out yet? Are they badass?
I think they're. I think it's the same. The same logo from last year.
Same design.
Yes, the Texas with the coffin card,
death box on it.
The death box.
And the I Sell Death on the side. I think you should play the HK's I Sell Death as it's going now. That'd be pretty rad.
Yeah.
That's when it was kind of made. I think
was when they were putting was volume 7
came out.
We keep talking about doing a cart. But
we just always
get busy and forget. And
I got birthdays.
Jason was going to help us this year to do it. We had a driver.
Yeah.
The funeral home put in a real casket.
And
they did that last year.
Well, here's the one thing that I'm also nervous about is if we enter in and they find out we're not from Denton. Because I know they like that stuff.
That doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. They just want participation.
Yeah.
Denton is all inclusive.
They had 300
It's funny
cars
you said that
year.
because I was in
They had a
Two
ton.
Charlies today, and they do. Did you know they do a Bloody Mary contest with all the other bars every year? Every year in October, all the bars go to Two Charlies, and they do a Bloody Mary contest.
Are they doing that on Saturday?
No, it was. I think it was last week.
Yeah, I think it was last week.
But the thing that I ran that by Brittany and was like, man, that'd be cool. Just on Roof Snow, do bars around. She's like, that would never work. And I started thinking, I was like, yeah, none of the other bars would. No one would do that here. That's a Denton thing. Or
man, because everybody gets along.
Denton.
Because no one's a fucking asshole in Denton. Everybody gets along.
Well, there's
around here. Everybody's an asshole on Roof Snow and hates each other's bar.
Pretty much everybody's an asshole in Denton.
That's the thing. They don't give a but
they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
they also do a salsa.
No, they all work together. It's a good community.
And bars promote other bars.
That's cool.
It's a quality community.
The owners they'll go to pop into this bar and they'll go drink there first, and then they go to their bar and
they don't
bars even split festivals. They're like, hey, let's do something here.
I mean, they might do that down in the South Side, but they don't do in
Magnolia will do it.
Yeah, North Richland Hills though, and the Watauga area and stuff like that are
because everybody's a dumbass meth head. Runs these bars, and they don't believe in friendly helping each other out. Everything's a competition, and it's not.
Yeah, no.
I think it's
People
more.
are gonna
Here's
go
what I
drink where
think.
they
I
wanna
think
go
Denton
drink.
bars are more rooted into the actual citizens, whereas bars in this area are like, I'm going to start a bar today, like that type thing. You know what I mean?
Who was that?
I'm gonna start a bar today. Well, it's good to be awake this morning. I think I'm going to start a bar.
You know what that
I don't
was?
understand what that's an analogy of. I don't understand that accent. I don't know
Dave
what country it's
does.
from.
Dave does.
And it almost
Dave
looked like
knows.
it almost looked like you had a
I do
cigar.
know.
Yeah.
So
Did you
I
have a
know it was-
cigar or a
I
trumpet?
know.
No,
like it-
you know what it was.
I'm going to start a bar today.
A jazz Groucho Marx from
Yes.
another
What
land.
I
was
know.
this?
No, I know.
Did you draw on your
Hello.
eyebrows and mustache?
Jazzy Marx from
You know.
Yeah, I do know.
Hello.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm confused.
I'm not even gonna.
All right, so I got a funny story that I got to throw out there.
Well,
Oh,
hold
wait,
on.
wait,
Before
let me-
we
Thank
exit
God.
all
Let
this-
me-
It's about starting a bar.
Hey, start a bot today. let me just add real quick to you ask about the shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Do for Records.
yeah, so James
Coffin shirt.
so James they have a we have do for design, do for records, do for design mostly. We have a booth out there too for a bunch of
Merch.
other
let's
merch.
talk
And
about
not
that
just
because-
merch, but also other designs and things. It's not all band oriented. There's a lot of other crazy.
The Coffin
silk
Race
shooting
is
stuff.
a festival. There are vendors and booths and
Yes.
stuff set up
Yes.
around the
and
different
there's
blocks.
music.
And there's
And
music.
there's a great show called Cirque du Horror that
Yeah.
happens at they do two shows at
It's
at
a circus about
Dan's.
whores.
And it's an amazing thing. They got tons of musicians and there's stories and it's good for the whole family.
Except when they do the I'm gonna throw the dart in your back routine. I saw what's his name get one in the kidney.
I don't know what that is.
Do you remember when they're on? You didn't see that?
I didn't go to the Cirque
Did
du
you
Horror
say
show.
it's
Okay,
at,
so when they were out with the like
Well, my family did.
yeah, I know. Well, I have a Danny was maybe 2, and we're standing out there, and it was out on the street right in front of Dan's, or right in front of
Game Changers?
Fuzzies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so and part of their little act, part of the act at that time was, and I don't know if it's the same.
I don't
people.
think it's the same thing.
It's a different people.
I don't think that was Cirque du Horror.
It's like
because
the dude Raven or whatever that guy's name. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah,
Raiden, the lightning
I
god.
know what you're talking about. The old bartender.
Yeah. I think so. Anyway, they were having. Okay, well, whatever. He was. His part of his little act was like having somebody throw darts into his back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they had just one guy, like random guy. Hey, just throw a dart into his back, and he like limp wristed it and hit him right in the kidney.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They used to
like,
do that
"No!"
at the Broncos. Remember when that dude used to come into Broncos
I don't think that's
and
part
used
of
to
the
do
thing
that
anymore.
stuff?
That was
dude,
probably different,
Like
but
put fucking
it was there.
center blocks on his balls and shit.
It's
No.
probably the same guy.
Yeah, those guys are.
I've seen
crazy,
seen the
man.
Jim Rose side show.
Training-
several
it's
times.
training for that.
It was totally.
Training for
Jim
that's
Rose.
got to be brutal.
Well,
Like,
the whole Day of the Dead festival is free.
yeah,
Too.
It's free. It's
Except
all over the
The
place.
show, the Cirque du Horror show, is not free. You do have to get tickets for that, but
Yeah.
it is family friendly. At least the
Yeah.
afternoon one is.
yeah.
And it's
Get
a
your
great
face
thing.
painted
And then they
white.
have booths. They have food. They got
Bunch
the
of stuff for
Do
the
for It
kids.
Halloween show at Andy's that night.
Yeah,
And that's what we're
that's
getting
the
to.
only reason really to go.
So y'all have got the booth set up, or the Do For It Design booth is going to
Correct.
be set up.
Oh, and Matt's also playing. Thompson is
With
playing
Bubba Hernandez.
Bubba Hernandez at 11.
Yeah, pretty
o'clock
early.
Where?
He's got a long day.
on the
Where at?
main stage.
Yeah, I guess so. There's lots of bands that are playing. It's
A lot of shit's
great
going
time.
on.
And the weather is supposed to be sunny.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
72.
It's going to be one of the best days.
I think
of
that's
So
why
here's the
all
question.
the bars are freaking out. They're like, we're gonna have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, is there stuff going on over at Backyard and Bell too in that area too? Is it
I'm
just
not sure, but I would figure they would.
Just
Probably
assume,
all
just
through
assume that
they have an
everywhere.
awesome stage now and
Uh-huh.
a badass sound system, and it's a fun place to hang out. as
Here's the
well.
question though: if I come up early, can I crash at your house in the downtime between the show and the festival?
Possibly.
Okay, that's all I care about.
What about at the end of the night? Can I crash at your house with my
No,
my
you're
farting
not.
and
You're not
my
invited
thumbing?
anywhere.
Maybe.
My thumbing.
You will. You
Maybe.
have to. Only if you thumb everyone.
I'd have to run it by my roommates,
Okay. The
his
my wife and
7-year-old.
my child.
That's the
his
Denway.
7-year-old son and his wife.
And my house is about twice the size of this building.
You don't
That's
want
cool.
Matt around your child,
I would invite you over to my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
but it's
They got
Matt.
room.
Yeah, they have room.
So
hey, if
the
you do that,
festival's going
on
My dad would be
Sunday.
like, "Use the pool. You
So
put your
we're gonna
swimsuit."
we need to talk about that too. So
It's not too cold.
on the festival's
We'll
going
eat it.
on, and then the coffin race is going on, and then around 7:00, Andy's opens up its doors, and at 8:30 is the Deftones,
Mhm.
and then Cheap Trick,
The Mighty Mighty Deftones.
and then
you
Death
got-
Clock,
Mighty Mighty Cheap Trick.
and then Shaolin Death Squad, and then Rammstein.
Krautstein.
Yeah,
And they are awesome.
yeah.
Dude,
that-
last
They're
year,
so good.
I don't even want to see Rammstein anymore. I've seen Krautstein.
I know.
I know.
They're better than
The,
Rammstein.
They're better than
the only
Rammstein.
difference between them and Rammstein is
Nothing.
pyrotechnics.
There's less.
That's it.
Yeah.
Less
Yeah,
pyrotechnics.
less
Less
and less urine. I
There's
think.
more toilet paper.
Less urine.
Do they
more
pee a
toilet
lot?
paper.
Does Rammstein
Rammstein?
pee?
There's
Are they
lots of
peers?
there's lots of pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do pee.
They like the golden showers.
You've got the pussy.
And
I've got the dick.
So what's the problem?
What is the problem?
This is a great question.
That was
Are
one of the
you-
best.
are
I
you
think
guys-
I'll open a bar today.
Mar-
See? Oh.
That's
Mar-
one of the best rock videos I've ever seen.
Marlon,
by
are
the
you
way.
guys
That was shocking.
costuming for
Some light costuming.
some
Slutty
light,
cowboy.
Some light costuming.
Yeah.
I got to get some just for
Are
men
you
for my
getting?
beard.
Are you getting a crazy guitar with 40 necks?
I'm a little worried because I don't have the right color Les Paul.
That's what color?
Does it have 3 necks or 4 necks?
I
some
super
contact
glued them
lens.
all together.
If you need a white Explorer, you want to put. You can borrow my white Explorer if you want.
And super
You
glue
can,
it to
you
the
can put
Les
like
Paul.
you can put checkers or something.
Yeah.
Like
The best costume will be Truckers because Trucker kind of looks like Bunny Carlos,
yeah.
and he always smokes like
Yeah.
continuously when he. Can you smoke in Denton?
No, sir.
He's just gonna smoke weed.
But man, I mean,
Okay.
you know, just
That's not a problem.
Just
Live in the moment.
I don't know, just
See what
maybe,
happens.
maybe
but,
just
but
do
Trucker's
it.
been
Just do it.
growing out
Costume.
his beard so he can get a bitchin' mustache.
Vape.
He wears the glasses,
Vape.
and all he
Yeah.
has to do is throw on a white T-shirt, and he's there.
Yeah.
And a tie.
Boom. But Rick Nielsen though. I mean, you need to get you need to get your guitar and like make a bunch of cardboard necks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's
There you
not
go.
a
Fake
bad
it.
idea.
Fake it.
I've got a checkerboard bow tie
Yeah.
Nice.
and a shitty fitting ball hat.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
Yeah.
Skull
And,
like a
yeah.
skull hat.
People
Yeah,
get it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like
You
yeah.
should see the shit guitar I'm gonna play, and then I'm just gonna put a piece of paper and like a Sharpie. It's gonna say Ibanez. Just gonna put a
Yeah,
piece
but
of
it's
paper.
not an Ibanez, you dipshit. It's an ESP.
That's the thing that's gonna be funny about it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna put a piece of paper. And
Why didn't you play
It's
my
Ibanez.
Ibanez, man? I loaned
that
you a
thing was
fucking.
scary. That thing was possessed. The guitar is possessed.
That's
It
because
wouldn't stay in tune or
needs to be
nothing.
set up. I tuned it before you left, and
It was-
I played it a bunch.
Yeah.
It's because there's a deck of cards that's blocking the bridge.
Is that what it is? And it
Yeah.
keeps okay.
Because you keep tuning it up here.
I thought
and
I
what
was
happens
losing
is
my
it'll
damn mind.
No, it needed to be set up. That's why I told you to take it over to PJ.
Well, I wanted to play on it first at the set, like do a set or two
Ac-
with it before. and it
Action's
wouldn't
too
work.
high.
Yeah, the
Action's
yeah.
too high.
How many more practices are y'all gonna get in?
One.
We're doing one panic practice because Josh really insisted that we get together one more time.
Yeah.
It's probably a
Don't
good
really
idea.
need it.
As he says that, I say it's probably a good idea.
I don't think we need any more.
But
I mean, we're trying to be as authentic
Andrew-
as
Andrew-
we can live.
Andrew always says his thing before the the week before the show. If you don't know it now, you're not going to know it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
I mean,
half of this stuff.
that depends.
I'm going to be using.
That depends on my
I'm
confidence.
actually going to be using music. I think for one of the tunes.
oh yeah,
Well, it just confuses me, and I end up staring at it.
It's
anyways.
really hard. That's why
Man,
we're not doing it.
honestly,
cover.
it's
Yeah,
you know.
you're
Here's the
not cover
whole
band.
thing why it's really nerve wracking to me, and I have fear boner.
Yeah.
I've seen this done. I've seen it done by you guys for the last 5 years, maybe.
Dude,
We've we've gone up there and checked
That's with
everything
you.
out.
That's
and
with you guys. I mean, we
And it's
this
been
is
going
like
on forever.
11 or 12
and,
years.
and Dustin and I have been invited to other places where they do something similar this time of year too.
Mhm.
And the Do For It Halloween show, as far as covers and bands getting together and play bands, is head and shoulders
It is
better.
It is superior to
It's-
every other.
It's every time I've gone to one of these shows, even the Dallas one where y'all the first night where everybody's like, "Oh fuck, I hate this," like
Yeah.
all jittery and stuff. Every single time I've seen Do For It Records put these shows on, I've been blown away.
Cool.
Every time. That's what gives me a fear boner because
Yeah.
the bar is set way high.
Yeah.
When you could go. I've seen this done at Lola's before. The same type show, same time of year,
Mhm.
and it's
The
like
Rock Assembly.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but
well, no,
yeah, dude. But I've seen other bands do this. The groups of bands do this, and it's just like
and you talk to them, and they're just not like some of the bands that I know that have played Rock Assembly. They're not super serious about it.
But the Do For It shows, man, it's like
the Methinks when they did.
I've never seen a bad. I've never seen a group of guys get up there and just fuck it, like just fudge it and not give a shit, and it sound like ass.
Yeah, I mean,
when Do For It,
it's important that it sounds good, and it's important that it's when we play the covers, and
I guess I'm saying it's intimidating.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this before. Like they write. There's two things. Number one, you have to respect the composer that wrote the tune. You can't make it too different. Unless you're playing Kirk Hammett stuff, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Just throw a wah pedal on it and you're fine. But
it's got to be fun.
But
too.
It's also got to be fun.
But
but it's got to be good, and it has to. And the other part of it is like, play the role, dress up, play the part, and it makes it adds the experience. And after that, as a musician, and I'm only speaking for myself, but I'm usually a better player after these shows because I'm better rehearsed, and I'm playing something completely different.
I feel like
I write better, I should say. I'm not a better musician, but I write a little bit better.
Playing Deathclock has become way easier than playing Spectacle songs.
Yeah, right. When was the last time we played a Spectacle song? Like 4 months
at least.
Yeah,
I'm excited about finally getting past this.
And that's the other thing.
It's writing new stuff.
That's the other thing. When we get up, and when we first started this, we put a lot of effort into the first few shows because we're doing Mr. Bungle and we're doing really complex things, and we were rehearsing for 3 months, 4 months, of just that. So when you get to the end of it and you get to the show, like you just want it over. Like you just want to do it and get it over.
When y'all did Bungle, what albums did y'all do most of it from?
Most of
it was pretty even.
Did you do any off disco?
Yeah, it was pretty even across all three.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so many songs you can play off Disco Volante that are.
Shallon's the only band that I know that could probably pull
What all
that
has
off.
Shallon done?
Thank you. What
all bands has Shallon covered?
Let's see if I can remember this. There's Mr. Bungle. We did that first 2 years.
Okay.
And we did it for 2 years in a row.
In a row, or did we come back to it?
No, I think we did it in a row.
Have you ever done Desert Search for?
Yes.
Disco Aloe?
We did a
medley.
Like a medley.
When you kind of put it in there.
We went into part of it.
Yeah, we did Bungle twice.
That's my favorite album, dude.
Sure.
That whole.
And you know what's great about the Bungle thing is that some people had saw some YouTube videos from it in Europe, and they're like, "You need to come over to Europe and tour as Mr. Bungle." They're like, "No one will know." And yeah, it was a lot of fun because when we were playing it, we were all smiling like, "This sounds really good."
Really good.
I remember the first
this is
time
like
I saw
seeing them live or like hearing them live because it's loud. You're in it, and it's spread out. It's just not coming through two speakers. It's like all over the place.
And we're extraordinarily
pretty good,
detail oriented with it.
And
there's a lot of YouTube of it.
Okay,
there is some
really?
YouTube. But, there's YouTube audio
of two different shows.
So
but it's really detail oriented.
Have you ever thought about revisiting the Mr. Bungle days?
I do all the time, but it's a lot of commitment to people, and these days, when you only can rehearse once a week for a couple hours, even if you start 3 months in advance, you're looking at only 10 to 12 rehearsals total.
Yeah,
if everyone can make all the rehearsals, and that never happens. So like to think about trying to get that in that many hours is crazy. Like when early October hits or October hits, you think, cool, we got the rest of the month to work on this stuff. But the thing is, you have 3 practices.
Yeah, and it's the busy time of year.
It's the busy time of year.
Like everything gets
people in more than one band. They got lives. They got families now. So it's a little different.
So who do we do? We did
Mr.
Bungle
Mr.
twice.
Bungle.
God, I wish I'd have
what
seen
was
y'all do
next?
that.
I'm trying to think of what was next. Was Journey next?
That's tight.
Journey may have been.
I didn't know y'all did Journey.
May have been 4th. That was my favorite one.
We did Journey, and Journey was great too. It was a lot of fun.
Journey was great.
That was another one of those ones where like,
we should do this more.
Yeah. So we did Journey, and not in this order. So we did Bungle twice, Journey, Ozzy Osbourne. We did Alice in Chains last year.
Jane's Addiction.
Jane's Addiction. We did
Faith No More.
Faith No More.
With Dustin.
With Dustin, yeah, that was Dustin.
And that was a bad. That was when
you also did System of a Down.
Yeah, that was great.
And fucking ripped it up.
Yeah,
2 guitars, System of a Down is badass.
Yeah, and I would say that there were points in some of our rehearsals where like I hope it's going to be this good. That night because it was so good. Like
it was really good.
And that's also I realized I was like, man, there are a lot of System of a Down fans.
Yeah, because
like that
all those people ran
came
in from
out
off the street.
It must, they're like culty.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys, they pulled a spectacle.
Yeah,
that didn't show when y'all played System of a Down was ridiculous.
Yeah,
everybody
that was better
than
the
in
Curtain
there
Club.
And bouncing up and down.
Yeah,
I was
that's better than the Curtain
good
Club one.
Lord.
That was a little shocking actually to see
that. Was very shocking.
Back, everybody knew
awesome.
every word.
That might be my favorite one that I saw. Not because Faith No More is my favorite band ever, and Mike Patton. I'm a Mike Patton worshiper, but also I was so taken surprised by the System of a Down set.
Yeah.
It was.
It turned out pretty good.
And seeing all those kids come off the streets, and then sticking around for Faith No More, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that was
a good one.
See, I learned, every year for the past 11 years, I'm playing in 2 different bands, so I'm learning, 14 songs a year that I'll never probably play again unless we decide to revisit it. But
we also did Weird Al.
We did Weird Al Yankovic. That was really good.
And
that was pretty
really
awesome.
Funny.
That was fun.
I did like outfit changes.
Yeah, there's
with each one.
costume changes.
That's rad.
And what's been interesting about at least, and I think it's kind of been like this for a lot of the bands as the years have gone on. First couple of years were like, it was mainly the bands stayed true to the band that they were that they are. House Harkonnen
kind of hear the sound a little bit.
Well, I mean, it was the same members of the band.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, it's like, oh, so we couldn't make it. So then members started kind of like mixing things up, and then it was like, like with Shaolin, it was like, oh, so and so couldn't do it, or so and so wasn't into it, and then it was like, well, we're just gonna do it, so maybe it's just featuring members of Shaolin Death Squad or people, we're just mixing and matching. We got Ross Rubio.
We got Ross Rubio to play for the
Faith No More, and
stuff.
then one of the Death Clock things, I played bass and Ross played drums.
Yeah, man, he nailed it on the Faith No More set too.
Ross is awesome.
Well, that stuff is
awesome. That you could tell that's right up his alley. Like he had studied.
Oh, that was the first thing he said.
Yeah,
was like, I love this shit.
Yeah,
like I absolutely love Faith No More, and like he liked playing metal, so like Death Clock was a natural, and he's a great guy. Like he was easy to play with, easy to get along with. And,
he's a great guy.
He's cool.
And same with Dustin too. Like Gary didn't play. Our bass player for Shaolin didn't
the Faith No More
want
set?
to do the Faith No More set or not that he didn't want to, but he couldn't, and, so Dustin stepped in, and it was great because it was the first time that we got to play with Dustin, and when that stuff happens, and you kind of realize that you get to play with other people, and not just you're saying, like Andrew's saying, like it started morphing into the original thing was. Let's do a Halloween show, and we're going to cover a band that was really influential in what we decided to do. And also it needed to be kind of older, that they weren't touring now. And it's still kind of like that now. We still try to avoid more modern-ish stuff that's happening now. But it's like, hey, we're just paying an homage to the bands that... were really influential with what we're doing. So Mr. Bungle was like an instant, like, well, let's do Bungle because that's going to be like, let's try to do Bungle.
Would you guys be interested in doing Tomahawk now? Well, I guess Tomahawk would be a downgrade for you.
That's the thing. Like,
that would fall into the thing of like,
I don't think they would draw a good crowd.
Who would know?
Oh, I'd love to hear you sing some Tomahawk.
Because when you pick a band, you've got to make sure.
It's got to be.
It's got to
be. Yeah. So Journey was great, but we didn't play Don't Stop Believing. We played like a small portion because that was something that everybody sort of expected, and we generally don't.
Like Ozzy and Crazy Train.
Yeah, we played a.
You forgot Muse.
We did Muse. Yeah, right. We did Muse. That was great.
I went back and watched
really
the videos
good.
of that. That was rad.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was another one that came out pretty good, and like we learned a lot because when the Shaolin, and I think most people are probably like this. There's been a little leeway with some bands which are totally artistic, licensing of stuff. But we also try to get it to sound
close
as much as we can to the recordings, and like in tone wise and everything. And that's always fun like for me to do that, like in order for me to hear.
Yeah,
and probably all of us too.
Yeah, it puts you as a player. It puts you in a different, just in a different frame of mind because you're thinking about tone, you're thinking about performance wise, and then at the very very end of everything, you're like, well, what the fuck am I gonna wear? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna
for Muse, since we had 6 people playing Muse.
Yeah, so there's like twice as many people that normally.
We weren't gonna track it. They have some tracks and stuff with their stuff, but we want to do it all live. So 3 people Muse. So we bought these hockey masks, these Jason hockey masks from Walgreens or something, and I printed out pictures of the Muse guys and just taped them.
It was all Matt Bellamy.
I glued it. Well, I think we had
3 Matt
Bellamys.
Yeah.
And then there was the bass player and the drummer.
Yeah.
So we had these really kind of creepy looking.
That's what's funny about the videos.
Faces. There might be
video.
You're like, what the fuck is that?
On?
Yeah, because it looked all angular and like it looked like Minecraft, like Minecraft faces.
It's fun. I think that's it. I don't know if we've done any others.
We've done 11 of these things. So
this is the 11th
Who are we
year.
forgetting? I think so.
Or we're about to do the 12th.
2018. I don't.
We may be missing somebody. I don't know.
I'm getting
Chains, right?
We did Alice in Chains last year, which was fucking great. Like we have
that sounded so good. We all did all the good songs.
The Sex Pistols was fucking awesome too.
Sex Pistols,
that was awesome last
year.
Mothership,
the very first year they did Motorhead. They played with us, and then HK did Nirvana, and they played everything off of Bleach.
Well, none of that, but one time
audio was awesome.
And then
one time the greatest HK prank, which
God
is
damn it.
the typical
people were so pissed.
Asshole spirit, that is hilarious.
They did power metal.
They advertise they're doing Metallica. So they're sound checking with like some Metallica riffs, and everybody's like, "You fucking oh my god, this is gonna be great!"
Fucking HK playing Metallica.
And then they did an all heavier set of Duran Duran.
It was awesome.
So they came out with "Her name is Rio," and it was awesome. It was great.
People
so
were
that's where where things can venture.
Now they
off.
didn't do the Weezer set for the Dufort Records
Halloween
show. They just did that.
They did Weezer for a bunch of years in a row.
Yeah,
that
was
just
separate.
something that they did.
Yeah,
that was all on their own.
Man, I'm trying to think of what I would really like to see Shaolin do. Like, has anyone done
Striper?
That
would be awesome.
That'd be fucking
We'd
badass.
fucking do. I'd do Striper in a heartbeat.
Striper would be badass.
Striper.
I do Striper in a
That would be
heartbeat.
badass. Striper would be really good.
I just met
the
Striper.
problem is though. I
got a
think
picture
you
with
would
Michael
run
Sweet,
into the
also
same
known
thing
as Ted
though.
Cruz.
That you would have a lot of people that would be like, because there wasn't many. You had to be a guitar nerd to really be heavily into Striper.
Dude, and I tell you, man,
would you do Walking in the Wonderland?
No.
Why? That was a badass cover.
No,
they
man,
did.
it'd probably be mostly off of Soldiers Under Command and To
Hell with the Devil.
Yeah, probably mostly off that.
And that's the other good thing about these shows is that they're like 30 to 40 minute sets.
Yeah. There's there's like you want to play everything that's great, but you only have a certain amount of time.
You know what I want to do next year? I'm putting in for the Melvins. I think the
Do it.
Melvins would be
I think that would be great.
That'd be a fun
I think
one,
that would
too.
be super great.
I've got a couple. I have a request for next year.
Has anyone done
I'll
Skid Row?
disclose who it is.
Nope.
That's what I've wanted to do for
Skid
3
Row?
years now.
Nobody's-
I don't know.
Skid Row.
I
No,
would like to see
No,
you do.
we
Skid
probably
Row.
would do Skid Row.
I would be interested in trying to sing it.
Yeah,
I'd like.
I think we have spectacles next year, right?
Yeah. I
And we're
think-
not talking about that.
Nah.
There's not yet.
Is it the?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, that's a good clue.
We'll give the one clue. Fucking one dude only has one arm.
You need.
Well, that's the biggest clue ever.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
But you got to stay true to form on that.
That's what
No, we do.
I told Andy.
You'd
It's
have
like,
to.
You got to tie your arm behind your back.
Andy's
No,
got
not
electronic
tied.
Chop
No,
that shit
chop
off.
Andy's arm off.
I'm gonna have to fucking
We'll
get
sort
you
of
in
something.
it.
You guys should do Turbo Negro.
Oh, that'd
Y'all
be
should
great.
do that, dude.
We've been talking about for a while.
That would be awesome.
What's his name from Duo? Came up and he was
Belvedere?
like, no.
Doty?
No.
James.
Rock.
Yeah, James. He came up and he was probably drunk at one of our shows, and he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna sing Turbo Negro, and you guys are gonna play it."
That would be
We're like,
badass.
Okay, yeah, sure, why not? And we'd already talked to Doty about playing guitar. I have Doty, and then Darren from Pinkish Black play keyboards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so, that'd be cool, but I don't know.
I think that'd be great. That'd be super
I would like to do Queensryche.
I really want to do all of Mindcrime.
I was just saying that to
That'd
him
be kinda
before
cool.
you showed up, or before the show. I was like, man, God, fucking Andrew sounds like Jeff Tate so bad on this fucking song. It was on, it wasn't Centipede. It was, we're trying to figure out a song to play at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, man, I'd be like, that'd be cool if they did Queensryche. If Shalimar did, if
that
they
would
did
be
that.
fun.
Is Jeff Tate still with Queensryche? Or
He's with one of the Queensryches.
One of them. There's two of them.
There's two now.
There's two Queensryches.
It's
Jeff Tate's Queensryche.
It's kind of like the Mystics and the Skeksis.
Right.
They've split.
Yeah.
Has anyone done the
They need to
Misfits?
find the shard. Yeah,
Yes.
the Spectacle's done the Misfits 3 times.
Okay.
Seriously?
So that's out.
Yep. This whole thing.
That was
this whole
pre-
thing was the
that was
catalyst.
pre.
Yeah, like them doing it was.
Because I threw
was-
that
it
out.
was when they were in
looked at me
Mugsy.
like I was retarded. And I was like, what? What
You
did I
guys
say?
also have
When they're
done
in Mugsy.
Spinal Tap,
We've done Tap, which I didn't actually play in.
Right?
Iron
Y'all did
Maiden.
that once.
They've
Maiden?
done Spinal
You
Y'all
guys
did
done
Maiden?
Spinal Tap?
Yeah,
You did
no,
Spectacle.
Spectacle did Maiden.
I would like to do Maiden too.
We did
That'd be cool.
but we did Maiden tuned to like B or C or something. It was like fucking low. And,
I would do it
and
tuned
we
to
got
F.
we got a heckler out there, and James was wearing like it was fucking ridiculous. Everybody was wearing spandex, and I shaved my beard, and I had a mustache, and it was fucking crazy. And there was a heckler in the crowd at the Underground, and it's like after the show, not after the show, after a song, he's like, "You guys are the worst fucking Maiden cover band I've ever heard."
They weren't the worst.
I'm like, "How many Maiden cover bands did you go see?"
Yeah, no shit. That's what he does every weekend.
It was at the end of the show, like at the end of our performance, like we just started pulling people on stage, and like we had an Eddie,
really fun.
we had an Eddie with the flag, and
Has anyone done
AC/DC?
Well, yeah, that was done by Peter and the dudes from 420 Blues. That guitars.
Lazy DC,
Yeah.
Altunas.
That's when he broke out that custom that new custom.
I would also like to do Guns N' Roses at some point.
That's what I was telling him. I was like, someone needs to do Guns N' Roses.
I used to have Axl down
All Appetite.
when I was a
I
kid.
would do that. That'd be great.
Maybe 3 songs that aren't on Appetite.
Yeah,
No,
Mostly
I would be down for all.
I wanna-
Appetite. And maybe
Appetite.
It's So Easy twice.
I'll play.
Yeah.
No. Let me just play one of those tunes, and I'll just do Buckethead. I'll just be Buckethead for the one
You
song.
should just
that
come
they
up and
did.
nunchuck it. Oh, that one song. That is
was
a good song.
It was a good song.
So has anybody done the Gary Cherone era of Van Halen?
Oh my God! Is that where he always tries to
Has
finger his
anyone done
butthole?
Van
Nobody's
Halen?
done Van Halen yet. That's ballsy.
That's
That's
right
tall
there.
order,
I would,
man.
yeah, that would be fun. But
That
man,
would be fun.
the guitar
Ballsy.
players have to do.
You gotta.
You
yeah.
have to get a good Eddie.
You and Peter doing one Eddie. Can you imagine that crap?
There, we'd
On
Split-
Eruption, y'all
split
are
all
just
the chords.
splitting
we'd
Eruption
hate
up.
it. Like it would
No,
be,
on one guitar.
it'd be so garbage. Yeah. That's the way it'd have
Both
to
y'all
be.
play one guitar.
It would be awful.
Like a Siamese Eddie Van Halen.
I mean, who-
you guys are in one suit.
I'd rather do.
One
I'd rather
coverall.
do what Snakes and Barrels. Yeah.
All right. So that's this Saturday
Dory McQueen.
This Saturday.
at Andy's in Denton. It starts at 8 o'clock, or be there at 8 o'clock. Show starts around 8:30, and it's gonna be a fun time. This is one of the funnest shows.
And how much is it? Like $5?
Everything's $5.
It's
$5.
Yeah.
And if you don't have $5, just tell them you're on the guest list.
Or
That's what I do.
yeah,
I don't
if you show up and you're just like, all I got's $5, we'll let you in.
Yeah. It'll be.
I don't know if that's in our control. It should be.
It should
Yeah.
be.
Should
Honestly,
so.
I think it might be. I think
don't-
we.
I don't know Andy's that well yet.
the new Andy's.
The new Andy's.
Yeah.
I had something I wanted to throw by y'all. Since y'all are all 3 musicians, y'all all playing bands, and y'all are all respectable in this North Texas area.
Semi-respectable.
So I got into a conversation this week. I got a thread going with one Jeffrey Lord, who does the Funky Town podcast, and his cohorts, Joe Tacky and Susie Ramone.
Lord.
And we got into a conversation about the Traveling Wilburys.
Okay.
And we're all familiar with the Traveling Wilburys, who
Yeah.
makes up that band, and how they're
Orbison
a
and
super awesome super group
Yeah.
of Jeff Lynne, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, George Harrison.
Or Orbison, Denton Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
partied
Denton Hall of Fame.
we partied in his old
No,
house.
next to his house.
Next to his old
Yeah,
house.
his house burned
yeah.
down.
Next
that's
door. Next door.
He used to live on Fry Street.
Yeah.
So we got to talking about. Can there ever be like this is the biggest supergroup, right? The most.
Oh,
not the biggest, but the most like the players.
No.
Well,
USA for Africa.
Oh,
Hearing aid.
Yeah.
Let's get real. You want to talk about supergroup? That's the fucking biggest group there was.
Okay, but I mean, let's
and that Sweden one.
Dio. No,
Sweden they were huge.
No, what Hearing Aid?
No, there was a Sweden. We Are the World.
Sweden Aid
with like Joey Tempest.
There's been a
and Joey Tempest and all the Tempest.
I'm not saying the biggest as in size of people. I'm saying
well, even the celebrity
talent.
Okay, but like an actual band.
Yeah, an actual band that has talent that put out a bunch of releases, toured.
Really, a bunch of releases?
What they
I
have
only
like
remember one.
I thought they were a one-hit wonder.
No.
Oddly enough.
Let's see here. There's Traveling Wilburys 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, all the same people.
I only know one song.
But as far as talent goes, I mean, you're not going to beat that, right?
Temple of the Dog.
Yeah, the Temple of the Dog is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that they don't have
the
status.
That's a good album too. That whole album's really good.
The Traveling Wilburys, or as I call them, T-Dub. They have legends.
Yeah, years.
They're legends.
Yeah, it's a legend.
And they were.
It's a
legends when they
legendary
formed.
group.
Temple of the Dog wasn't quite legends at that point.
They became legends.
They were.
So the real question is, can you put together a modern version of Traveling Wilburys?
Like Van Hagar?
Yeah.
Okay, done.
With Gary Sharon.
That's the show. We're over.
Gary Sharon. Van Hagar with Gary, like minus Hagar.
Van Hagar with Gary Sharon.
Marlon just solved us.
Van Hagstro.
Van Sharon.
Gary Van Hagar.
Gary Van.
Man, I'm glad we have Marlon here. He solves all debates and problems.
Okay, I don't think that there's that many active legends.
I bet if you look in the country thing, if you go down the country route, you run into some pretty big legendary acts.
Yeah,
what's the time frame? What's the time frame?
Well, here's the thing: is because I threw out, you could say like one of the I guess as far as talent goes, super groups like them Crooked Vultures is Dave Grohl, Josh Homme,
that's a good one,
John Paul Jones. But then Jeff shot me down because he says Josh Homme's not talented.
Wait, what?
Because he's a ginger.
Probably.
What's his reasoning?
That's it, because he's redheaded.
He's a redhead.
Soulless. But he's not a Josh Homme fan, so he doesn't appreciate.
He just poos all over Queens of the Stone Age
and what they've done.
He doesn't
for music.
Jeff Lord?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's not here to defend himself. He can defend
has anyone
himself
done
later,
Queens of the Stone Age?
No.
Do for a record. Sorry to derail you, man. No one?
Next year. I'm in.
There's a lot of bands. We've forgotten.
So anyway, back to this.
Sorry about that.
Who?
James Hetfield on lead vocals and guitar.
No, just lead guitar.
Yeah.
Lead guitar.
No, not lead vocals. He's a great guitar player.
James Hetfield on
Michael Sweet
on lead.
Now here's the
and
thing.
the rest of the guys in Striper
on lead guitar and Yeahs.
Everybody you're saying is over 40.
I'm over 40.
Oh, wait. So that's my question. My question is, what's
because when I started putting mine together,
I
started putting mine together, I was like, well,
can people
these
be
guys
dead?
Are over 40, 50.
Okay.
So they have to be alive.
So, because on drums, Dave Grohl, right?
Okay. So you're talking about people.
Dave Lombardo.
Dave Lombardo was another one we threw out.
I don't know.
Too.
No, he's not. He's not great.
What kind of band is
just
it?
really, really good.
Don't
yeah,
know?
You have to know.
Anything.
You have to know the genre. You have to set the genre too.
It could be anything. Traveling Wilburys. Look what they were.
It's folk rock.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but
none of them
Bob Dylan was into fucking traveling. That's folk rock.
But Jeff Lynne was proggy.
Jeff Lynne was proggy. Tom Petty was southern rock.
Is King Crimson pushing it for you guys?
Ooh.
I love King. I would love to do King Crimson. No, I would do King Crimson.
No, I would.
I play King Crimson often by myself.
Do you think that you could still do that because the talented people aren't the big sellers? The big sellers are people like Cardi B.
So here, that was
everything.
Sorry.
Everything you hear on the radio now is featuring Cardi B.
Yeah.
See, that was my argument: is that
you get
there
Lil
can
Xan,
never be another
Posty
supergroup
Travis
with that
Scott.
much
No.
talent because the musicians
Kodak
these
Black.
days are not talented.
I will
musicians are.
I will respectfully disagree with that, meaning that there will be a purge soon.
And as soon as there will be
There
talented back on the scale.
and just kind of look at how. Okay, just take a look at how.
Should I
because
contact the FBI?
My musical path has followed lots of different things, but it's staying kind of in a metal genre, right? And then a heavy rock or whatever. So it started kind of within, I fucking love Dawkins. Can't wait to do Dawkins one year. That's gonna be fucking badass. So like you do hair metal bands, all of a sudden like, your Nirvanas and your grunge all of a sudden made it uncool to know how to play your instrument. And now look at what fucking happens. Like the kids today that are playing like these absolute like Polyphia and Animals as Leaders and all these guys that are now
Periphery.
Periphery.
Well,
Periphery.
That's
That's another band.
That's earlier.
Yeah, but I mean these guys. There's a resurgence of like understanding
hammer on
and
metal.
learning music, clean,
hammer on pull off.
Hammer on pull off metal.
Pull off
clean
metal.
stuff. So like things like Cardi B and
Why does Cardi B keep coming
I don't know. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Vocalist.
Isn't she the one that sings "Sorry, not sorry"?
You'll always have popular music that the people that can't think for themselves
It's
or
just-
go outside
yeah.
of the box
That's
or
just
don't
product.
even have access to that type of stuff. They get stuck in this loop they can't get out of because they're just continually
It's
you
the
know,
clear
being
channel.
fed
It's
stuff.
the clear channel.
Yeah, that
curse.
Yeah,
That'll
that's-
always exist.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be talking about.
But
Yeah,
but
true.
the
Sorry.
We
but
don't
the
need to talk about
but the underlying stuff is like there's a return to musicianship that I've noticed with kids, and
I think it's
I've
'cause
seen
it's-
it at NAMM.
Here, let's do this. Let's do this real quick.
You know why?
Give me a drummer.
Steve Vai.
Wait.
That's not a drummer.
Wait, real quick, Dave. You know why I think that's happening though? What you said?
Yeah.
I think
Return to
it's because,
musicianship.
I think it's because of the technology advancement, and we have YouTube lessons, and YouTube you can go
Absolutely.
figure how to play
Absolutely.
stuff, which we didn't have. And you got kids that are like at the guitar show. Remember that blues player we saw at the guitar show, and just wailing,
Yeah.
like just playing the soulful sounding
Yeah,
badass
yeah.
blues.
When we
You're
were
like-
learning how to play, we had to go buy VHS
Right.
tapes. You know,
Or
like
go
we had to
take
go get the
actual guitar
or
lessons.
REH tapes,
Or
Yeah.
you tinkled around on the guitar until you
or
fucking
you
found
think
it.
yeah, and you're feel like oh shit,
And you
he's
found
tuned
it
into
all by
E
ear.
flat.
Yeah.
No wonder why I can't fucking play the chord.
Yeah,
You know,
these
you have to
kids-
figure that shit out.
Yeah, these kids now have apps that
Yeah,
they just
no.
a free app.
I
like
agree.
that.
I agree.
It's good.
Technology and everything like that has definitely advanced musicianship to higher levels for sure.
So,
But what happens is you may lose some soul.
we're
in
going
that.
off the path here. Is
He wants to make a super group.
give me
real
a
quick.
drummer, modern age drummer
Vinny Caliuta.
of
Don't look at me. Why are you looking at me? You think I know all the Vinny Caliuta shit? God damn it!
No. Who's
just
who
got
played with?
lobster.
He was from
who played
Zappa.
with-
He was
who played
from
with- oh.
Holdsworth. He was Megadeth.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, he could
Fourth
play anything.
album.
On
he could play
guitar?
anything.
That's true.
One.
He's great.
On
Because
guitar,
Vinny
one.
Caliuta could play any type of drum. Oh, so
But
guitar wise,
he's old. That's really old. Like how modern do you want
No,
it to
I'm
be?
saying sub 30
Super-
years, sub 35.
fucking
35.
dude-
I don't
dude-
even know.
Dude from
Okay, I'll tell
Animals
you.
Leaders is a great one.
Yeah.
Periphery dude is a fucking
Matt,
Dillinger Escape
uh,
Plan's drummer. That kid.
Matt,
Well, which one?
Yeah,
The,
no.
the new one, the one that's like
Elon
20 years
Rubin.
old, 22 years old.
No, it's
The
the guy from
he's-
you know.
I go Elon Rubin. Lost Prophets, Nine Inch Nails.
No.
Okay.
The guy from Infant. That's funny. The guy from Infant Annihilator.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
a badass.
yeah, that dude
Okay.
is a
He's a
badass.
blast.
I don't know who
But
his
can
name
he groove?
There's sometimes an
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
gonna.
We just need a badass
I
drummer.
don't know, but I'm gonna assume that he may be able to.
I thought
Because
they
have you
do.
guys ever heard Pete the Feet Sandoval from
Yeah,
Morbid Angel?
Morbid Angel.
Yeah.
He's fast,
He's
but
badass.
his
No,
fucking
no,
groove.
you.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
he can't
kid.
groove.
I think that kid from Infant Annihilator throws down some grooves.
Did
every
you
once in a while.
see-
Goes
yeah.
to halftime a couple of times.
Guitar.
Okay, guitar under 35.
Dude, man, that's
dude, I
you're
don't
making
know.
it tough with the.
But
under 35
Infant
caveat.
Annihilator's not legend. You want legends,
but you're building a legendary
I'm building
band.
a legendary
You're
band
building
of
a
young
legendary
people that will
band.
be legendary.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's not
but
quite
even
along
still,
the lines of the
but
Traveling Wilburys.
even still, that he wouldn't fit into that because like that's so.
I'm just trying to find people that are badass that are young. Right now,
That's a really hard question, man. I honestly
No,
there was a point. There's a point when it's probably when I started having kids. I stopped listening to modern music. The only way that I find, and I said this last night at rehearsal.
I don't think you can do it.
The only way, there's too much. Number one.
Yeah.
But the only way that I find new music now is going when I go to my Spotify channels that I listen to on normally, like the bands out like Corrosion of Conformity. I'll go to the radio. And then their radio station, and then it'll pull up other bands of thing. I'm like, oh god, these guys are fucking good.
Spotify is the best at that.
Yeah,
I think,
so
too,
that
with their
I've been able to do that, but
their
Apple
little
Music will
formula
do
they
it, too.
do, whatever their.
If you like this, you'll like this. If
What
you like
do you
this,
call
check
it? What do
these out.
programmers call it in Silicon Valley? The
It's an
algorithm.
algorithm.
Yeah.
I think Spotify's algorithm for that, what you just mentioned, is better than any other streaming service. Because
I
I've discovered
agree
so
that-
much cool
yeah.
music
They-
with the "If you like this, you'll like
they
this."
keep it pretty well.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
like,
I
in
think
bubbles.
Apple's is pretty tight with keeping it within.
I
the
haven't
bubble
done
like
Apple's as much as Spotify's.
So
Man, fucking okay.
Are-
so guitar player under 35. I don't even.
Are
know,
we
man.
are we kind of pooling from like the genre of music that we like?
See, I'm gonna.
I mean, like rock, like,
yeah,
like
I'm
mainly rock and metal kind of
I'm
stuff.
I'm a metal guy, so I'm just gonna be metal.
I'm just gonna end it all right here. All of Russian Circles done. Let's go.
Oh,
with a vocalist.
I almost
with
wore
a
my-
vocalist. We
I
need
almost-
someone to sing it.
No, we don't need vocals. That's the best part about it.
That is the
I
best
think
part about
I think vocals are overrated.
Interesting.
When are we doing our
interesting?
When are we doing our instrumental stuff?
We did it at rehearsal the other day.
We did do it.
When
together.
yeah,
we had
we
fun.
should just fucking do it.
We should. Let's go.
All right.
Here we go.
New band.
New band.
You guys write in with your
Instrumentals.
band names. Band names. A Trunk Butt is one of them.
So you don't like instrumental bands, Andrew?
I love instrumental bands.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the best instrumental bands in Denton
I think
at the same show.
Yeah.
I think vocals destroy really good
That-
bands that should be
I-
instrumental.
Pelican,
I think they
Russian
can.
Circles,
Periphery,
Coliseum show
Periphery is one of them.
blew my balls off.
This
That's
should be an instrumental
That's an
band.
interesting thing to chase down. What bands, good bands,
Dream
have been
Theater?
ruined by
Dream Theater.
by a vocalist?
Dream Theater.
Megadeth.
Dream Theater.
No, I don't know, man. Dave's got.
That's
on now.
controversial. There,
Yeah,
buddy.
he's got some.
Meet the real me.
I don't dig the Periphery guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fucking
don't-
Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
hate that guy.
I don't
I
even
hate
listen
that
to
guy. I
that.
like
they-
the Periphery.
And that band is like
They really,
fucking
I know.
phenomenal.
They remind me of like a modern Iron Maiden. but when you hear the vocals,
Who
you're
wants
like,
to be
"Ah,
Axl Rose or
yeah.
something?
There's a bunch of
Fucking-
screamcore bands that if they didn't have vocalists, the music would be amazing.
So much death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, children. Because
I love them.
Because without us old guys, you guys wouldn't have that shit.
There's your band name. You're welcome, children.
Best band, most influential band ever in that made you who you are as a musician. Go.
Faith
Matt.
No More.
Okay, go.
Oh shit.
Most
Only
influential
one?
band. Only one. You can,
Ah.
and it's
Only
got to
one,
be
I
a
have to
snap.
think about
It's got to be a snap decision.
Nine
Too
Inch
late.
Nine Inch Nails.
Okay, good. Most influential band that made you put you on the path to where you are now.
Oh, wow. Put you on the path or helped you develop?
Both. They're kind of the same.
It would be local bands that I saw when I was in high school because I was at that age and I was just blown away that I could walk into a club. So bands like Last Rites and Loco Gringos and
Yellow Mustard.
Way to keep it local.
Ugly Mustard.
Ugly Mustard. Yeah.
Actually, the guy from Ugly Mustard used to play in Last Rites.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But Ugly Mustard was when I was already well.
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
it.
Were you
let's
into
say
Strap?
Even Chazarita.
Do you
I
remember Strap?
remember Strap.
Yeah.
the album that made you go like,
I used to make fun of them a lot.
oh my god,
Man, they were
what
good
the
players.
what the
But
You know
then
that's
they
the-
became
I'm so glad I
way
played
cooler.
guitar.
Springs.
Yeah, I know.
That was
he's
Guns N'
fucking
Roses.
badass.
Not their first album, but Appetite.
Appetite.
Because I had these two metal brothers. They're like these big Viking guys with big fucking hair.
Yeah.
And they drove in a little Hyundai.
Yeah.
And they got that Appetite for Destruction like right when it came out.
Right.
and nobody had heard of it for probably a year after it came out, and they would just drive around drinking Mad Dog and jamming that tape over and over and over again.
Check out the song.
And that just really fucking.
You remember when you would jam a tape until it warped?
Yeah,
like that. You love the album so much. Yeah,
Andrew, what's yours?
I'm changing mine because now that I think about it, it's changed.
I would have to say the band that helped in my development, didn't get me started at all, but helped me in development. This would have to be Mr. Bungle, I think.
Yeah,
because of the.
Well, put you. I don't want to say. I don't want to get you started, but put you on the path. Like
Yeah,
you've already been started, but put you on the road.
Ah, God, there. I mean,
Striper.
No.
I'm just playing.
Here's
Striper's important.
Here's the thing, and this has happened with my taste in music growing up. I mean, we came from a family that listened to all kinds of shit and was really open to letting you listen to all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
So there were like, Twisted Sister.
Yeah,
was a massive one. Michael Jackson was another one. Iron Maiden was another one.
Michael Jackson was big
and Boy
in my
George.
Yeah.
Those four bands. In fact, I had two shirts. One shirt had. Remember, you get the vinyl prints.
It's the same shirt, dude. I'm telling you.
No. There's two. One of them was Twisted Sister with Boy George on the back.
Nope.
Oh, the Iron Maiden on the back?
Yeah,
Okay, and then I had my pop shirt, which is Michael Jackson on the front, Boy George on the back.
Yeah.
Was that those shirts you could get real cheap at Traders because they fucked them up?
Yeah.
No. This is where you go to the mall and you pick the iron-on you wanted.
Oh, okay. See, I used to go to Traders and you would get these shirts for like a few bucks because some asshole somewhere accidentally printed Ringo Starr and his all-star band on the front and Prong on the back. It was
man.
It was like Prong's tour dates.
That's amazing.
But Ringo Starr on the front. And so they couldn't sell it, really.
What about you, Dave? What was yours?
Mine, the most poignant and most influential band outside of Journey. Journey's super, super important. But the one that put me on the path to what I play now is Cynic, is Focus, that album. So and not the rest of the albums. They're really, really good. Yeah. But Cynic, Focus came out in 1993. We got a tape of it from our friend Lenny. And I was already listening to like Florida style death metal anyways.
That's what I was gonna say. I found out about Cynic because of Cannibal Corpse talking about Cynic.
Right. And
we saw that tour.
We were all, we Sinister opened up and I still have I mean I get goosebumps just thinking about it because I hear that album today and I still hear something different all the time. I spent hours and hours and hours trying to understand what they were doing and how to do it. Andrew and I spent hours just learning it together. We played.
I'm gonna learn the left speaker, and you learn the right speaker.
And it was extraordinarily important.
You guys jam with Thompson the first time.
Yep. That was our first
Cynic and Voivod,
and that's the other band.
And it was all impromptu, and it was like
that's crazy.
Yeah,
he's like, I've never jammed Cynic and Voivod songs with anybody.
So it was like, hey, what do you guys want to jam?
We didn't even tell
Cynic?
him. No, we didn't even say that. We started playing Veil of Maya.
Yeah, Veil of Maya. In my parents' front living room.
Yeah,
he was like,
just rolled into it.
So we did the first chord. We're like, bum, dum, bum, and he was like, and then we started going to is lots of double.
Yeah, because it actually I learned like how to double pick, and it's become an important part of
which I think Jakey Lee was
songs, and Jakey Lee also is a first dude. So underrated as a guitar
player. But I wasn't
player.
into him when I was a kid.
But like Cynic Focus, that album is without that album
I agree.
I wouldn't be playing.
It was between Cynic and Bungle that I wanted to do both of those. I wanted to do like
put them together.
Write shit like Bungle, crazy, weird singing, and
and then techie prog, jazzy.
Yeah, and then I want this fucking metal edge that's like lots of crazy tight drums and. You
got
double picking everything.
You have growling, and then you have some weird vocoder.
Yeah, and I was like, we gotta put vocoder because Cynic had vocoder in it.
What the hell was that? Why is that even in this thing? And then you go and you read lyrics, and then it's like lyrically you're listening to like this brutal death metal, and they're singing about lotus flowers and
celestial
voyages and these very Buddhist and ethereal, spiritual things that are beyond your understanding at the time.
I like these lyrics way better than Stryper.
Yeah, and it was so influential. I bought a fucking headless Steinberger.
Yeah,
that thing looked like a toy on me.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome.
I gave it. I didn't give it. I traded my dad for a computer. He's like, "Oh, it's my guitar now." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I still have it. It's upstairs at my parents' house. I haven't changed the strings for fucking forever because I can't find double ball and strings. I mean, I can, but I haven't looked. But it was a shitty Steinberger. But I still had to have it. It was only because of that band.
My musical influence from like my parents growing up was Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
So like Rumors in Tusk was played nonstop, and so I think that's when I was first like, man, this stuff rules. I could play this.
Yeah.
As a little kid.
Ours was like if the first things I remember our parents playing was Harry Nilsson, The Point.
Harry Nilsson, Cat Stevens,
Bob Dylan.
Lots of jazz stuff. Stan Getz.
Lots of classical.
Dave Brubeck.
One of the funniest vinyls that was always played in my house at least once a month because my mom on Saturday morning would go on massive cleaning, so she'd pull this record out and put it on, was Hooked on Classics.
Oh.
Do you remember those?
That was real popular.
Wasn't that like
popular, where it's a melody of everything to an upbeat, 4 on the floor.
Okay.
And it was classical music, all these different composers and stuff
with
to
a beat.
With a beat behind it.
Disco era stuff.
Or
kind of. It was kind of that way. I mean,
Dad had like Bach on Moog.
Oh, Wendy Carlos. Soon to be no. First it was Walter Carlos, then he became Wendy Carlos, and it was the guy that did the Clockwork Orange stuff. So it's all on Moog, and then that's one of the plays on it. Switched on Bach, and Walter Carlos became Wendy Carlos.
Yeah,
he was a transgender, ahead of his time.
This is Hooked on Classics.
Right on time. Oh yeah, this is like the disco era.
Oh,
we had a Superman record like this. Or no,
Jean-Michel Jarre.
Oh, from Houston.
From here, he did
the concert in downtown.
Yeah,
Houston
when we lived in Houston, Jean-Michel Jarre used the entire cityscape, the entire skyline and we got. I don't know how you were pretty young, but like I was up on the roof of the house on the corner by the basketball goal, and we could see into downtown just a little
watching
bit
on TV. They televised it,
and you could see.
I remember this now.
It was unbelievable. Like you could see. Look up Jean-Michel Jarre.
I don't even know how to spell that. I've been drinking.
Rendezvous.
Just a bunch of J's.
Rendezvous. Look up Rendezvous Houston. Rendezvous Houston.
Stubbs, what was yours? I did.
Yeah, what is your
Faith No More? Faith
No More.
Yeah, and then it went from anything that Mike Patton did.
But what Faith No More?
Which album? Yeah. It started with Introduce Yourself, and then it just every single album that they put out, I was like fucking like.
So you knew about them during Introduce Yourself?
Well, and it was.
Or did you go backwards?
I got introduced to them with The Real Thing, but then I obsessed on it and fucking went backwards, and then I was like, wow, they were making this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
with
this was in '86.
Yeah, in 1986.
Yeah,
I remember.
But then it was like everything that Mike Patton touched, I had to know about. I had to like every album that came out. I listened over and over and over again. And then once where the internet, when it came around, you realized what an interesting dude he was, and you could find out more about him and what he does. And then Mr. Bungle scared me off because I was like, there's no way I could ever do that in my life. Like he's basically conducting, like same with Phantom Moss. He conducts and stuff, and he's like. His vocals, and he's got so much going on with his vocals and his samples and all that stuff he's doing. So Bungle always intimidated the shit out of me. But as I got older, like once I got my 20s and stuff, I was like, I really got into Bungle. But it was always like Tomahawk, even Peepin' Tom, I was into that, all his stuff. And I think, but as far as the band wise goes, when I just did vocals,
I could see all that shit from my roof.
Johnson and them and Steadfast. Everybody was like, you like Mike Patton, don't you? Because that's every time I was on stage, I tried to emulate everything he did, no matter what it was. His stage presence, his vocals, everything. I wanted to be him.
Yeah.
So, musician-wise, Mike Patton and band
It
probably.
was fucking crazy, man. And
Okay.
it was being broadcast live on KOUHF, the University of Houston
Can
channel.
we talk about this for a second? How would this happen?
And Metallica.
That it's never happened again.
I don't admit that.
Say
I don't tell
But,
people
like,
about Metallica.
If you look at this shit,
The entire skyline was used as the backdrop.
it's a concert that's the entire city of Houston, the entire
Oh
downtown.
yeah, fucking yeah.
How did this
It has
come
never happened again.
across? Like how? I don't even understand like how.
Stubbs, could you read that to me?
I go to
What do you
open a bar
do?
today.
You walk up and you go, "Hey, City of Houston,
Well,
here's my idea.
Houston.
I'm using your downtown as my entire concert backdrop.
That is exactly what he said.
Can I get a permit?"
That's exactly
on,
what he
he's
said.
not playing
this was
anything.
for the Houston Arts Festival. Houston has a big arts scene, like
Hey.
visual arts and musical art.
Day for Night is fantastic.
Yes.
For the Houston art scene.
So this
Was it like in '94?
86.
86. This whole thing was
good video quality for 86.
Unbelievable.
Not really.
For 86?
All right.
Yeah, that is.
Where's the music?
It looks like Night
I mean,
Can
you
you
don't
hear
think
it?
those things making sounds or just lighting up?
No,
They're
well,
just lined up.
it was a special
Come
keyboard.
on, what are those 3 notes he's playing?
No, it's a special keyboard.
Oh yeah, play it. Turn it up.
But this is in 86, and they're projecting shit and sinking fireworks off the top of
Lasers, sinking
buildings.
fireworks.
There's lasers. There's video projection. This is insane. And like,
It's more entertaining than the Oilers were.
okay, so y'all lived down there during this.
Yeah.
Was this like a big deal? Like everybody had to be
Huge.
talked about. Like, listen, on Saturday night, it's going to be a giant concert downtown. So don't freak out when you see all this stuff happening.
It was the Houston Art Festival, which happens every year. And this was the first and only thing that they had like this. Like
I've never seen anybody else use an entire city for a concert.
And like, where did this guy come from? Like, was he
French.
a thing?
Yeah, he's
Is he still alive?
Like
look,
did-
here's
did-
your first
Laser show?
No, like laser tone.
Oh,
Tone
don't tell
bank.
me he's got a.
Yeah.
He's using
Bif-
it as a LFO, and this
Eight-
isn't real.
86.
This isn't real.
Yeah. Look,
This is all
watch
dubbed.
it. No, watch
that's,
it.
That's what I
It's
would think,
real.
too. I mean, I think they're trying to. This is where they're trying to summon the spaceship to come down.
Close Encounters.
I would say that I would agree. Like, it's not real. It's not happening, but it's so exact.
Arigato.
That's what it says? All right, so anybody that's listening and not watching on YouTube, go to Rendezvous. Just look up Rendezvous.
Rendezvous Houston, 1986.
1986.
The composer's Jean-Michel Jarre. Then I would say that this was my first introduction to like ambient style music, which is
like soundscapey
ambient stuff.
Yeah.
Which is what I do with they.
And what you're going to do with our new project.
No, we're just playing fucking straight, slow, sludgy metal.
Okay. Instrumental, slow, sludgy metal.
Maybe. Or this.
I want lasers.
Yeah, it's dubbed.
Yeah.
He was a little off. I mean, it's not hitting the same lasers.
I mean, it's a,
Man, you're not even hitting the same lasers.
Don't tell me it's latency in the laser. There is no laser latency.
Laser
I work with
latency.
lasers all day long.
There's a good band name.
Laser
Not that
latency?
good. Laser latency.
I ran a laser.
I'm having flashbacks just watching this. I
ran a-
haven't seen this since 1986.
I ran a laser today.
It went right through your finger.
50,000 feet across all of Fort Worth. There was no latency in it.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, it's the route I built out. It was a 50,000 foot route all around Fort Worth.
Jesus.
It was fun. We do fun things.
That's
For the hell of
that's
it.
pretty rad.
Yeah, it was fun.
Boston's killing the Dodgers.
They're gonna beat them in fucking
All right,
6 games.
so we got to get out of here. This has been fun, but Jean-Michel Luc Picard,
Jean-Michel Jarre.
Rendezvous Houston, 86. Go check it out. It's pretty cool. An entire city's being used. But what we need to talk about is this Saturday, all day. You should just go to Denton and live, because you got Day of the Dead, you've got coffin races, you've got
food, you've got
food,
music, you've got
beer,
sex,
lots of beer,
lots of sex. There's gonna be titties.
Yes, lots of titties, Denton titties.
Lots of
thumbs.
Lots of thumbs up butts.
And then we're also doing the Do Fort Halloween show, 8 o'clock. Andy's, Denton, on the square. Andy's on the square at the corner of what and what?
Oak and Locust.
I knew one of y'all would know.
Right across
Oak and
from
Locust. Right,
recycled books.
Right across from recycled books.
Right next to the
burn
mall on the square that burnt.
The burnt
Yes.
mall.
Yeah.
Fire mall.
One of them is still
Barley and catty corner to what's it? Barley and board or whatever.
Barley and
Right
board.
there.
Get some bone marrow soup.
So we're gonna
Do they
be
have that
there.
there?
It's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's delicious. That place is delicious.
I've heard that's
Fucking
really good
good.
for you too, man.
Skip
of protein.
drag the ocean.
Better than jizz.
Open
Don't
up,
skip Drag the Ocean and just
get there in time for the
give 'em
methinks.
give them a hard time. Nobody knows what they're doing in that band.
No, not at all.
The only reason why I know is because I'm in it, but I'm not. I refuse to play it.
You didn't want to play this one.
No.
You didn't want to be in
I
three
didn't
bands.
I didn't want to
on
learn
one night?
3 fucking. That's so much music.
It's
Although I am jealous because I do love Deftones.
it's way easy. Deftones are way easy.
And who got the Deftones famous?
Oh,
Didn't
Madonna.
Baphomet.
That's right.
Yeah, Madonna. It was on her
Baphomet
Maverick.
Madonna.
Maverick, also known as Baphomet. It's on Maverick, her Maverick label.
with the
See what that
Prodigy.
is, right? That's
Is it made out of cheese?
That's Alf.
Alf is Baphomet. Baphomet.
All right, we're out of here. We'll see you Saturday night, right?
Yes, sir.
Up in Denton.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna come up there.
You gonna be there?
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of need you to play some guitar.
Stubbs, you need to start drinking early so you don't have stage
Yeah, he
fright.
wants me to pop Xan bars. By the way,
You're gonna
He's like,
fall
"Man,
asleep.
I'm gonna give you a
Is
couple
bad
Xan bars,
enough
dude."
Oh.
for
You-
him to just play the fucking song.
Yeah.
You need to give him a bunch of Adderall and then
A bunch of Xan
and
bars?
a bunch of booze so it
Yeah.
balances out your highs and your lows.
Yeah.
And be able to think and focus.
We played a show out in Dallas. It must have been 10 years ago now, but it was the same day as my grandfather's funeral, and I took a couple of Xanax to, deal with the family shit. And we were, at that time I wasn't taking a lot of Xanax, and before our show, I'd mentioned to a girl that I was talking to, I said, my Xanax is starting to wear off, and she goes, "Oh, let me give you some." So she pulls out, and Ray at the time was taking a lot of Xanax, and he knew how much I could and couldn't take more than I did.
Mm-hmm.
So she gives me some Xanax, and I pop it, and he goes, "Oh shit! Did you just give him 2 white bars?"
Oh,
You took 2 bars,
And I don't
After
know.
you
what
already
I,
had
I
some?
don't know what it was.
So it wasn't footballs though.
But she was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And he was like, "Oh shit."
Did you play the show?
I did play the show, but that was the
Do you
time.
remember
that-
the show?
Not really, because the owner came in and started waving his hands in front of Ray in the middle of our set, saying, "Shut it down! Shut it down!"
That guitarist is fucked up.
No, it was too loud. He
Oh,
said we
okay.
were too loud.
Yeah, if you
you're,
ever wanna
you're
kill your
falling
set-
asleep. Hey man, it's great.
Yeah.
Sounds great to me, man. It's fucking
It
fantastic.
doesn't really have anything.
Play
to
it
do
like
with
60
anything,
BPM
The
slower. than
guitar
you're
player's
supposed to.
sideways.
Yeah.
He's falling over. Smooth criminal. Smooth criminal.
All right, we're out of here. Till next week.
Bye, y'all.
We'll talk about this show probably, and you can email
The
us.
aftermath.
Man, you guys have a lot of editing to do tonight.
Yeah.
A lot.
Shit.
There will be no editing.
They never edit shit.
All right, we're out of here. Good night.
Bye.
Later.
This needs to be due for a shirt. Look at that.
I never say anything anymore because it's way funnier when it's not edited.
Much funnier when it's not edited. And then I need one another beer.
Shit. Starting to get a headache now from drinking.
That headache from stopping. That's the sad thing.
Man, last year after we played the Andy's Bar show for Do For It, I was walking out to the truck. I got one Marshall head in each hand, and my foot caught something.